I'm affiliated. 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 I'm affiliated with the folks. I'm affiliated with the Lords. I'm affiliated with the Stones. I'm affiliated with the Fours. I'm affiliated with the Bloods. I'm affiliated with the Crips. I'm affiliated with the Thugs. And be affiliated with the shit. I'm affiliated. 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 I grew up in the streets and met some real niggas trying to find something to eat. And met some real bitches trying to find something to free. The free got the plug on the weed, the D got the plug on the heat. The beast, now we charging niggas for fee. We couldn't get free for nothing, now it's nothing for free. We used to get weed for hundreds, now we sell hundreds of weed. Used to keep heat in the house, now we keep heat under the seat. Tripping come from under the seat, put your bitch ass under a sheet. Bitch, I'm from the G. We moved the nap and got the plug, now we thugging the peace. We got that bag and now we laughing to come to the beef. These bitches used to swear to God they wouldn't fuck us for free. And now these hoes dying trying to suck us to sleep. Keep that yay outside, round with that K outside. Back when you can play outside, my niggas will stay outside. Just know on my grave I ride. Every motherfucking day I grind. To the motherfucking day I die. Disrespect the way that I'm affiliated. 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 I'm affiliated with the folks. I'm affiliated with the Lords. I'm affiliated with the Stones. I'm affiliated with the Fours. I'm affiliated with the Bloods. I'm affiliated with the Crips. I'm affiliated with the Thugs. I'm affiliated with the shit. I'm affiliated. 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 Group with the low got initiated. Go with the game and it's syndicated. I be the cat got it vindicated. I'm with the shit man, the gang gang. We on the streets on the chain gang. Blood in, blood out of we gang bang. We all is one of the same thing. Don't let this nigga go bang bang. Laza the Sibby, the woo woo. GD the Crip and the Suwu. Keep your KK and phone them. Willie Low Manny and Bo them. Affiliated, we connected. Affiliated, we respected. Better never disrespected. Maybe coming to correct it. Affiliated like Concord. Big block be the vice, Lord. Rapid like a money bag. Almighty or a body bag. Bitch, you know we going global. Bitch, you know we ain't low. Global thugs, our color green. Anything else, voting. The man is not allowed to fly a plane in his own country. But you want to convince the world that this man is not only a threat to his neighbors, but he is a threat to the entire human family. You are a liar. Liar. And the people are intellectual cowards who sit down and suck up this filthy lie.
Man, I've been rapping for a minute. I don't see how niggas hate on it. Swall boss, the greatest motherfuckers should wait on it. Even if my album drops 10 years from now, nigga, it's gonna be the hardest album out 10 years from now, nigga. The Swall boss, you niggas should see that shit. Whatever I am in, the old niggas should be that shit. Whatever they say they gon' come, I don't agree with it. Just had a couple of my hoes that come to be with it. Man, it's Swall boss. The reason why these niggas get hard off if 100 niggas die. For this cause, it's a small cost. I'm trying to get my people on their feet again, nigga. But I'm back smoking weed, drinking Hennessy, nigga. And maybe that's why I'm not back on my shit. It's why I'm off from 2-6 and moved out to the bricks. Hooked up with people from Phil. Now we know we love shit. Now they know they should quit. Trying to make it hood rich. All that bullshit on your mind, oh, I wish you would spit. Niggas know what I'm about, and they wish I would flip. Niggas ask about a track, they wanna hear that shit. But when I ask to do a track, they don't hear that shit, man. And that's the type of shit that I don't say, man. Niggas know from the go that I don't play, man. Coming straight from the streets, nah, I ain't straight, man. They ain't fucking with him, 'cause he don't pay, man.
Why are the Europeans so insecure about other people in the world? And why do you, after everywhere you go, you gotta kill and murder the rest of the people of the human family? Your history is written in the blood of the black, the brown, the yellow, and the red. Why are you so insecure? Do you know what brings about insecurity? What brings about insecurity is when you have a false concept of yourself. And the false concept of self is white supremacy. They believe that they are better because they are white. And as a result, see, when a man has that kind of silly mentality, Hitler had the silly mentality that the white man, the Aryan, is superior. So then at the Olympics, Jesse Owens kicks up all the Aryans. Hitler is outraged. He's angry. That's very simplistic. Yeah. Well, you need it to be simplistic. You need it to be extra simplistic. You see, they can't even take the reality. I know they can't handle. Look, when you take a brick, and you hurl the brick among a pack of dogs, only the dog who gets hit yelps. Think about it. How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit. Sir. Can you sit down? I'll talk to you. Stop. Okay. Come on now. Sit. Come on now. Don't do this. Sit down. Why are you asking me do I live here? Do you live here? Yes or no? What's going on though? Who? Charlie 777. No, back up. Stop, man.
Developing right now, a manhunt is underway in Volusia County after a Daytona Beach police officer was shot in the head overnight. The U.S. Marshals have now joined the more than 500 officers combing that area.
The 26-year-old officer, who has not yet been named, is in the hospital in critical condition. The 3-year veteran had surgery last night, and the Daytona Beach police chief says he is improving, but, quote, still has a long way to go. Right now, hundreds of officers are searching Volusia County as well as the rest of the Florida area for this man, Othel Wallace. Look at his car, the tag right there. That's a California license plate. There is right now a $100,000 reward offered for his arrest. Investigators say Wallace shot the officer while he was on patrol, and the officer stopped for a suspicious vehicle. Wallace is believed to be driving a gray 2016 Honda HR-V. That's a small SUV. The California license plate number is 7TNX532. News4Jax reporter Brittany Mueller, live in Volusia County this morning. Brittany, you're at the apartment complex where this shooting took place, and I can only imagine there is a huge law enforcement process as they're conducting this manhunt.
Vic, actually, surprisingly, not this morning. Vic, actually, surprisingly, not this morning because this shooting happened late last night and they executed a search warrant today. So we haven't really seen any officers in this area, but investigators say they are following several leads this morning, still looking for 29-year-old Othel Wallace, who is believed to be at one point had been seen in Deltona. But let's give you a live look here on Kingston Avenue in Daytona Beach. This is the apartment complex where the shooting took place. It actually happened on the backside of this complex. Investigators say they found 3 ballistic vests, multiple high-capacity magazines, firearms, rifles, a semi-automatic handgun, and boxes of ammunition. And this is where officers searched the home where Wallace's family lives. Now, the police department released this body camera footage showing Wallace standing up and getting out of his car. In the video, you can hear the officer repeatedly telling him to sit back down. You can then hear Wallace say, "Come on now, don't do this." There is a struggle, and a shot is fired, and we're stopping the video there. This is a photo of Wallace, who is said to have shot the officer. The chief of police is asking the community to pray for him. The officer's name has not yet been released, but we do know he's 26 years old and has been with the department for 3 years. The chief says the officer was not responding to a call here. He was proactively patrolling his area of responsibility when he came across a suspicious car. The city's police chief spoke just a few hours ago, and we also talked with a nearby neighbor who heard the gunfire.
This cop is 26 years old. 26 years old. Behind me, fighting for his life. Most of us are just starting to live
at 26 years old. We are completely heartbroken by what took place. I'm extremely heartbroken, especially because this particular cop, knowing him, if he were to pull through this cop would do everything in his power to get back on the job.
I just heard a gunshot, and then I seen a million police come from all over the place. They held the street up. I couldn't even get to work because they wouldn't let nobody in, nobody out. This is Daytona Beach. There's always something going on.
Police say this is the car Wallace was last seen driving away in. It's believed to be a gray 20 flying, searching for Wallace. And we do know one of those helicopters was with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office assisting. Also, we have learned the U.S. Marshals are also assisting in the search, looking for the man connected with the last night's shooting. And while it's dangerous, police say there is a $100,000 reward for a tip that leads to his arrest. If you know anything, call police immediately. Reporting live this morning from Volusia County, Brittany Muller, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, so y'all here, man. Peace, Black Power, man. Shout out to Big on the track, Z on the cam. Shout out to Solar Mind, the Commission, the Solar Vision Debate League. Shout out to Knowledge Going Alive, Do the Knowledge Radio. Shout out to the AOI. Shout out to the judges. Shout out to the peers. Shout out to the people, man. Peace. All right, well, y'all see what it is. It says one-man police patrol in a notorious crime-ridden area, confronting a black male in the dark, lonely car parked behind an apartment complex. Something is not right about that story. Well, as you see, he's known as a Black Panther. You know, an activist. They showed the pictures of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, dressed in however you want to describe it, militant gear, or I wouldn't know what the use of the gear is, but yeah. So you see, he was in his car, and a cop rolls up on him, jumps out, walks up to him, and proceeds to try to question him. When he stands up, the cop tells him, no, sit down, stay there, puts his hand on him, tells him, hey, sit down, dude, like, man, don't do this, woo, woo, woo. He gets from between the vehicle and the officer, gets some room between him and the officer, and then he fires, hitting the officer once in the head. The officer was reported in critical condition after surgery, or a few surgeries, and they said he's making improvement. Yes, Barbara Ford. What's a suspicious car? What is a suspicious car? They said they searched the house, so he did live there. Unless they said they searched another location, but that looked like the same place that they showed. They said they found ballistic vests, which aren't illegal. They said they found ammunition, which isn't illegal, but they felt it important to name what they found in the house. They didn't mention they found a microwave or a television or anything else, but they felt it important to point out these factors that, like many Americans, he owns ballistic vests and ammunition, as well as the gun that he shot the officer with. We all know that Black militants are targeted. The local police knows them well, as well as other entities. I'm pretty sure if that person patrols that neighborhood, that a brother like this is high on what they would call the watch list. So my question is, was he in the right? Why did the officer feel the need to pull up on him in the first place? Once the officer pulled up, why did the officer then approach him? Why did the officer feel the need to try to forcefully sit him back down in the car? Now, at this point, we don't know if the officer reached for his gun or not. We don't know if the brother was quick on the draw. We don't know if the brother was on dead bullshit and saw an opportunity that he might get away with one and said, I'm finna pull it. He has not been arrested, but that's not strange to me because plenty of people catch cases and then they talk to their attorney before they turn themselves in. So that's not a sign of guilt to me. Plenty of people talk to their attorney and turn themselves in within 72 hours or something like that. Now, if the man has a right to carry a firearm and he was in his car and he was approached by a police officer and he's a black militant fighting against the failure of the system to protect black people. And then at night, just what we can tell by now is just a random police officer just pulls up on him. Let me see this. Let me see this. Shout out to the cop. But when here's the suspicious call. They said it wasn't a call. The police officer was not called to the scene. He just saw this vehicle and it was suspicious to him. Now, I don't know if he's parked weird, but if you look to the left of the car, it looked like parking structures on the ground. So it looked like he was back into, yeah, because his other car is parked right there too. So here's a car, here's a car, here's a car. But it happened to be a black man sitting in this one. What makes that car suspicious? He rolls up, pulls in front of the car. This is the vehicle to the right. And let me see. He comes around, says, how's it going? Now, it looked like that jumped for some reason. Yeah, that jumped from right here to right there. So now, let's see. Let me take this out.
Sit down. Sit.
Why is you telling them to sit?
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
Now, why would you even approach him like that? Like you could have pulled up, rolled your window down. What's going on, brother? You live around here? Yeah, I live right there. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Okay, just checking. Pulled off. But you pulled up, blocked them. You're a cop. He protests as a Black Panther against cops killing black men. He's caught lacking. He's by himself. He doesn't have any bag up with him. Neither does the cop, but Black Panthers aren't targeting cops. Black people aren't targeting cops. So this cop pulls up, jumps out on him. How you doing? Do you live here? Now, if you're patrolling the area, it's not your duty to pull up on every person and ask them, do they live in the area? You're patrolling in case you witness a crime or you're called to one. But he was patrolling it looked like an apartment complex. This don't even look like on the street. So you're patrolling apartment complex. We know how they target apartments. We know how they roll through projects, closed areas like that. They blocked off the multiple ways out. So now here's a black man outside his house. Look pretty late. Look like a little light in the sky. Look like a little light in that sky over there. So this either early in the morning or this late at night. I mean, dawn. But I think they said it was early in the morning. So, yeah, he definitely could have just been going out to the car, getting something, just pulled up, bagged in, finna get ready to get in the house. Just came out the car, came outside, got in the car, ready to go. And that made him suspicious and put him in a situation with a cop, a white male cop, a young white male cop, and he approaches him, closes off his area, and then tries to get him to sit down.
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
He asked him, what's going on? All he did was stand up. That's not suspicious. But he's already rendered this dude suspicious. It did. It's a black male. So what is he suspicious of? What are black men suspicious of? You see a black man, is he suspicious of terrorism? Bringing down towers with planes? No. So you suspect him of what? Some type of criminal activity dealing with drugs or guns. And you escalated the situation. You could have just pulled up saying, hey, sorry to bother you, sir. And led in some type of conversation. As a patrolman of a neighborhood. Not a CO, not a stalker of the people who live in the community. Not someone who rolls around criminalizing everybody, looking for suspiciousness in people's actions. Because at this point, all he doing is backed up into his parking space. I don't know how long he's been there. I don't know if the cop witnessed him sitting there for hours. I don't know if the cop saw him do some crazy, circling around driving. At this point, he's just parked in the parking spot where he stays at, sitting in his car with the door open. So,
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
he said, what's going on? He said, sit. He's already extending his hand out.
Sit.
Both his hands right there. Now, he's already put his hand on his shoulder. That's a violation. That's a violation. I said, what's going on? Bag back first, sir. Bag back up. You're closed my area. You got me pinned in between my car and my door and an officer.
Sir, can you sit down? I'll talk to you. Stop.
Come on now. Come on now.
And he's forcing him. He says, sit. He's not complying to sitting. There's no reason for him to sit. He says, sir. Dude dressed pretty nice. Bright clothes. Don't look like he's want to do some criminal activity in those. He says, sir. He tries to close his door. At this time, the cop uses his other arm to push him. He's pushing him back. Yo, bro. Bro, what's up? What's up? Now he's trying to get between the car and the goddamn. So he's closed his door. Now at this point, when he closing his door, he said, fuck this. And kind of gets some room with his arm and closes his door to get some space between him and the cop. At this point in time, I'm guessing the cop is reaching for his gun. Because this is some pretty, This is movement. The cops want him to sit down in his car. He just got him out of the way and closed the door. At this point, I'm suspecting the cop is going for his gun. And it's shot one time. Dude didn't shoot multiple times, maliciously. Let's run that back in real time.
How's it going? Do you live here?
What's going on?
Sit down. Sit.
Sir.
Can you sit down? I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Stop.
Come on now. Come on now. Don't do this.
Sit down.
Why you asking me do I
Sit
live here?
Do you live here? Yes or no?
What's going on though?
Who? Charlie 777.
No, back up.
Stop.
See, why you ask me why I'm lit here? What's going on? He could have started that conversation. What's going on is I'm suspicious of your car. Why? I'm just sitting in it. I mean, that's just my level of awareness. I'm just nervous. Suspicious of it. Well, I stay right there, man. I stay right there. I don't see why I'm getting harassed. If you patrol this area, you've seen this car.
How's it going? Do you live here?
What's going on?
Sit down. Sit.
Sir.
Can you sit down? I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Stop.
Come on now. Come on now. Don't do this.
Sit down.
Why you asking me do I live here?
Do you live here? Yes or no?
What's going on though?
Now the cop is calling for backup.
Charlie 777.
No, back up.
Stop, man.
Developing right now, a manhunt is underway in Volusia County after a Daytona Beach police officer was shot in the head overnight. The U.S. Marshals have now joined the more than 500 officers combing that area.
The 26-year-old officer, who has not yet been named, is in the hospital in critical condition. The 3-year veteran had surgery last night, and the Daytona Beach police chief says he is improving, but, quote, still has a long way to go. Right now, hundreds of officers are searching Volusia County as well as the rest of the Florida area for this man, Othel Wallace. Look at his car, the tag right there. That's a California license plate. There is right now a $100,000 reward offered for his arrest. Investigators say Wallace shot the officer while he was on patrol, and the officer stopped for a suspicious vehicle. Wallace is believed to be driving a gray 2016 Honda HR-V. That's a small SUV. The California license plate number is 7TNX532. News4Jax reporter Brittany Mueller, live in Volusia County this morning. Brittany, you're at the apartment complex where this shooting took place, and I can only imagine there is a huge law enforcement process as they're conducting this manhunt.
Vic, actually, surprisingly, not this morning, because this shooting happened late last night and they executed a search warrant today.
How's it going?
Vic, actually, surprisingly, not this morning, because this shooting happened late last night and they executed a search warrant today. So we haven't really seen any officers in this area, but investigators say they are following several leads this morning, still looking for 29-year-old Othel Wallace, who is believed to be at one point had been seen in Deltona. But let's give you a live look here on Kingston Avenue in Daytona Beach. This is the apartment complex where the shooting took place. It actually happened on the backside of this complex. Investigators say they found 3 ballistic vests, multiple high-capacity magazines, firearms, rifles, a semi-automatic handgun.
So he did stay there. And then for some reason they felt like putting out there, that he's a Black Panther. So that means somebody found out who he was and researched him. Didn't find out he was a father or a son. Didn't find out he had a job. But they found out he was a Black Panther. And this is how they described him. And those are the pictures that they put up there. Meanwhile, the cop is a 3-year vet. He's 26 years old.
Boxes of ammunition. And this is where officers searched the home where Wallace's family lives. Now, the police department released this body camera footage showing Wallace standing up and getting out of his car. In the video, you can hear the officer repeatedly telling him to sit back down. You can then hear Wallace say, "Come on now, don't do this." There is a struggle, and a shot is fired, and we're stopping the video there. This is a photo of Wallace, who is said to have shot the officer. The chief of police is asking the community to pray for him. The officer's name has not yet been released, but we do know he's 26 years old and has been with the department for 3 years. The chief says the officer was not responding to a call here. He was proactively patrolling his area of
So
responsibility.
like I said, he wasn't called. He wasn't called there. No one called him here and said, "Hey, I live in these apartments. There's some suspicious activity going on here." He rode around to the back side of the apartment complex. He rode around to the back side of it. So he wasn't driving around the complex. He was patrolling the parking lot of the complex, saw a man in his car, rode up on him, closed his area off, and put his hands on him. And then tried to call for backup. Absolutely, Aqualot. He said most likely a nigga turned on him. Effing cops can't keep harassing us like that. All them guns were legal guns, I bet. I would bet that too. And I'll be disappointed to find out if some of them weren't. But he took pictures with the machine guns, you know what I'm saying? I mean, assault rifles, so I'm pretty sure some of them was. Now he had a phone in his hand, then popped to the head. How he had a phone in his head? No, he went for his gun after shit. But yeah, so he wasn't called. He just picked this man up and said. So we know that local police target people of interest, especially black militants. This dude is a protester, an activist. I'm pretty sure he's had some run-in with the police in this area. I'm pretty sure he protested in his own city and has had some type of relationship with the police. You know? Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why they named all the things he owned because those are legal. Yeah, black man survives interaction with the police. That should be the headline. We do not know if the cop was going for his gun. We do know that the cop was not called there. He was patrolling, deemed it suspicious, and I wonder who said that because he got shot in the head. So who even gave that information up to say the cops saw suspicious activity, a suspicious car? They're assuming that. They're painting it as a suspicious car. They don't know. The cop didn't call it in and say, "Hey, it's a car back here." They haven't released that. So if they didn't release that, how are you, the news, depicting this as a suspicious car? Cars aren't suspicious. He's sitting in the parking lot like the other cars.
When he came across a suspicious car. The city's police chief spoke just a few hours ago, and we also talked with a nearby neighbor who heard the gunfire.
This cop is 26 years old. 26 years old. Behind me.
See what I'm saying? This cop is 26 years old. What that got to do with it? Like, shout out to the cop, but what that got to do with it? You put him out as a Black Panther. Did you tell how old he was? Are you sympathizing that a young man had to defend himself? That a young black man in America was once again targeted, encountered, approached, enclosed on, and had to defend himself? Why is that not the sentiments? Why? We have evidence that cops target black people. Why is that not even up for grabs? I would like to see if I could find the rest of that, though.
Fighting. This cop is 26 years old. 26 years old. Behind me, fighting for his life. Most of us are just starting to live at 26 years old. We are completely...
Okay, but if we're talking about who's just starting to live, what about Tamar Rice? What about Mike Brown? How about Trayvon Martin? How are the same sentiments being displayed and a lack of compassion for the black man? Sandra Bland? Young? What's the other sister shot with her son in her arms? Young? Just beginning life, right?
Heartbroken by what took place. I'm extremely heartbroken, especially because this particular cop, knowing him, if he were to pull through this cop would do everything in his power to get back on the job.
I just heard a good.
Now, why is that? Why is that? Let me ask y'all this. Why, if this cop, after surviving a wound to the head, would do everything in his power to get back out patrolling black neighborhoods? What is that want of that type of power about? If you almost got killed by an alligator, a stingray, patch of bees, you wouldn't put yourself in that situation again. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, a alligator bit me in my head, almost killed me. I was in a coma, had that surgery, but I survived, lost some motor skills, but I can't wait to get back out there with them alligators.
Shot, and then I seen a million police come from all over the place. They held the street up. I couldn't even get to work because they wouldn't let nobody in, nobody out. This is Daytona Beach. There's always something going on.
Police say this is the car Wallace was last seen driving away in. It's believed to be a gray 2016 Honda HRV with a California license plate of 7TNX532. We also know 3 different agencies had their helicopters flying, searching for Wallace. And we do know one of those helicopters was with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office assisting. Also, we have learned the U.S. Marshals are also assisting in the search, looking for the man connected with the last night's shooting. And while it's dangerous, police say there
now,
is...
why? Why is all those resources being put toward one cop shooting? As tragic as it may be for that cop and his partners and his family members, why are 3 police agencies, a task force? Why? And you still haven't caught 3 fucking police force, an extra task force, and then some other people jumped in. How many people did? Let me see. How many people did she just say?
had their helicopters flying, searching for... This was last seen driving away in. It's believed to be a gray 2016 Honda HRV with a California license plate of 7TNX532. We also know 3 different agencies had their helicopters.
3 different agencies had helicopters
flying, searching for Wallace. And we do know one of those helicopters was with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office assisting. Also, we have learned the U.S. Marshals are also assisting in the search, looking for the man.
And the Marshals. And they still couldn't find him. Stopped everybody from leaving apartments. Couldn't nobody come. Couldn't nobody leave. Yeah, Daytona Beach.
With the last night's shooting. And while it's dangerous, police say there is a $100,000 reward for a tip that leads to his arrest. If you know anything, call police immediately. Reporting live this morning from Volusia County, Brittany Muller, Channel 4, the local station.
The local station. My dog was up here. He left. This might be him coming back. Yeah. Peace, Madon. What's good, bitch, you big bro? Peace, Madon. What's good with you, big bro?
Peace, what up, Bob? I wasn't hearing no sound the first time. I thought my Wi-Fi was messing up or something.
Nah, man, my mic be bullshitting on me sometimes. Be switching and shit. What's good with you, though?
Oh, man, just chilling, man. Was listening in, man. I think I think the black dude was in his rights, man, because he asked the cop, just tell me what's going on. Cops could have said, well, you was back here, I seen you in the car, I didn't know what was going on, so I was checking on you, seeing if you all right. You could have just answered the man like that, but he thinks it's some authority figure, so he think nah, niggas just sit your ass down and shut up, so and then for the black, it's funny how they always use a black cop
spokesperson.
or a black. You know what I'm saying? So by seeing the chief saying what he said, man, it was hilarious. Because it's like, okay, this dude's 26 years old. It's more like it's like it hurted him more than it hurt him seeing anything in his life that ever happened before. Like, get the fuck out of here. But I think the dude was in his right. I mean, we're living in a time where, as black men, we're on edge when the police pull behind us. So, hey, it's either him or me, and I'm trying to live another day. So, hey, I mean, I can't fault that man in that situation, especially in these days of time. So, I think it's justified. But I know they ain't gonna see it like that. But that's how I see it in our life.
Absolutely. Ak Balak in the building. What's good with you, bro?
Was good. No matter how we try to paint it, no matter how we try to deem that brother innocent, he ran. So that's what's making him look guilty.
But plenty of people actually don't turn themselves in. They get in touch with their lawyer first before.
Yeah, well, unless he gets in touch with his lawyer, that's why I can't really say nothing. Unless he comes through with a lawyer and shit and make sure that they don't shoot him down and then come with a story. He just looks guilty for now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because a lot of the times we know that these people are targeted. Shout out to my brother Radical Black Power, that these people are targeted. And when you're a black man who can be connected to the Black Panther group, and you shot a cop, like what do? Do you call the police and say, "Hey, I just shot a cop"?
Hell no, you don't call the police. You go to your brothers. You go to your people and then handle it from there, man. You already know what to do as a Black Panther, man. You know the legal, you know what the justice system got to go through. They know what they got to do. I believe the brother's going to be a good help. I think that police was hella suspicious. He had nothing to do in that neighborhood. Nobody called him over there. Where's the footage of the car footage, his patrol car that he was in? How long was he in the neighborhood? What induced him to go to the back of that apartment building and check who's in the back in the car? Why did he do that? I mean, he got a lot of explaining to do. Before we even start questioning the black man and what he did, that white man got a lot of explaining to do. Why was he back there? Exactly. Sounds like they was trying to set his ass up. If you ask me.
Exactly.
Well,
Claim is in the
and he knew that black dude. He knew it was going to go down. He knew it was going down. He was on his toes. He's probably, making major moves out there for his people. Oh
Yeah,
man, they
and
can't
he was
stand to
Black
see
Panther,
this.
so he probably was, like you said, that's right. He was a Panther, so he probably was a target.
Yeah, here's
You
his
know what I mean?
Facebook page right here. Let me show it to the stream.
Whoa, son of Yah. Whoa, I'm a child of the Most High, Kwam Yasharala.
Yeah.
Yasharala.
So he was an Israelite. He was a Black Panther. Ozone Wallace. I'm a child of Most High, Kwam Yasharala. He's giving them love. He added a new photo. You see what it is, right? It's a shrine.
Yeah.
It's a shrine. So y'all might not agree with him, especially the Israelites. But
what explain the shrine to us?
I mean, he's talking to whatever he
It's a
sees.
graven image.
He's communicating in whatever way he
damn.
to whatever he sees is the Most High or whatever entity, ancestors or just great beyond or whatever.
I mean,
that might just be
That's a bad representation of the Israel.
That could be his meditation room.
Explain this setup.
No, man, you see that graven image right there, man?
Hold on, I got
that
questions. Can you hear my mic on?
Yeah, your mic on. I mean, I don't think nobody can really.
Man, quit yelling.
This is his shrine, but obviously he got the mirror. He got a ozone written in what looked like is what is a red liquid substance. Right. He has a shrine look like
So what's that graven image?
What's that statue right there?
Looks like rice and chicken.
Yeah, chicken and rice.
That's a play of food.
A few candles.
He's feeding that statue or something, and it's got nails all in it.
I don't know what the hell that is. That's
let me see.
Babaluba.
You don't know. Asking people on the
couple of the posts say
because he might know a little more than we do about the shrine part.
Yeah. A couple of the posts say you gonna make it out on top. You're covered, and fuck all you motherfuckers that have anything other else to say. Warrior nigga, remember that. Young Queen says, "Oh, as you know, you were targeted by law enforcement to die to your strong. You were targeted by law enforcement, die to your strong beliefs. I guess to die because of your strong beliefs. They hate when we join together as one. Be on point because if they do have another encounter with you, they are going to kill me. Probably meant you. Stay clear-minded and get out of the way. You get clear-minded. Toast a minute lot to us. There was so much that went on behind the scenes. Got a couple happy birthdays from him on March 31st. Just changed his profile pic, October 11th, 2011. Yeah. I don't know if he's in this.
Yeah, they want that. They want that nigga. They want that nigga alive.
Yeah, like he was with the not fucking around crew.
Right.
So we know that they was on it. Yeah, not fucking around crew, Black Militia. So he was definitely part of the not fucking around crew. Does that mean he was a Panther though? Let me see.
They might have assumed he was a Panther. You know, the news people. Is that where you got the information? The news report.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guilty by affiliation.
Right. He doesn't look like a Panther. From what I can see here on his Facebook.
Yeah, he probably was self-proclaimed Panther. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, of course, got white people talking shit to him. He says the generation after me will reap the benefits of my sacrifice. And I meant that. He said that July 6, 2020. Cody Merrick comes under that and says, so 2 things I found after 1 minute of this thread. Blacks are just as fucked up as whites, including just as racist. And NFAC is like the black version of the Boogaloo Boys. Both are laughable.
Wow.
Give that lady some shine on that. Boy, you should have never that damn silly ass comment.
It is. The nigga was shot before he got that famous surgery mark going up the front.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, he know how that bullet feel, bro. So he know to go ahead and pull out first.
Yeah. I wish I could see this right here. This is March 4th, 2009.
That brother had that damn graven image, man. That graven image is an abomination.
That's what you call a him, or that's what you call a him or me moment. That's exactly what that was.
Right, but the Most High probably put him in that situation because he feeding the statue that can't be. Like I said, he was feeding the statue that can't be. So this hero dude that I'm interaction with a guy, some stranger that just decided to target him and it eventually was going to kill him for not sitting down in his own car and not following orders that he don't have to follow.
Especially if he would have found he had a gun on him.
And the cop assaulted him. If the cop put a hand on me, he gonna die. That's just bottom line.
So now, and A9 is in the building. We see this a video of him just on his motorcycle. Danielle Latona came through and said, "Punk." Stephen Zeke said, "You're going down." You know, wonder what that meant. Who is this?
See?
Weirdo.
Wow.
Word,
Man, come on, that man posted today something Rick saw the news.
Whoa. Jewish people.
Jewish dude. Gonna hunt that man to the end of the earth.
Stephen McElvey said, "Can't wait to see the news that this turd got smoked by the law."
See that?
What?
Wow.
He's surprised. This brother's surprised.
Don't even know the whole of the matter. And want to say shit like that.
No, I'm just saying.
Wow, man. No shit.
This person right here is saying, "Now
I don't be getting targeted.
I didn't see
That's
any evidence."
That's because you like the cops. You're a cop proponent.
I didn't see.
No, I don't. I ain't got nothing. I don't got no problems
Let's try
with
to
the
stick
cops.
to the story before we start attacking each other. God damn.
Why you gotta put God's name in it?
I'm not talking about the Most High. Ronnie Ronster said, "Steve." Now I didn't see any evidence of a second cop, but it says Steve McElvey. They're replying to the person that says they hope they see the news and begin smoking. It says, "I think the law smoked one of their own on this one. Keystone Cops. Where is the rest of the video? How did he get away when there were two officers there? He appears to have a phone in his hand, and did a gun magically appear?" I don't really get no credence to this because although he had a phone in his hand, he had plenty of time to put the phone up and draw his gun, especially if you're a gun drawer. I didn't see any evidence of a second cop. So
if they're
he called for backup. There was no second cop. He called for backup.
You clearly can hear me talking, and then every time I talk, you
no,
talk.
that was important. I'm sorry, Clay, but that was important. Important part.
Okay,
Go ahead, bro.
so now the comments. They're commenting on a 2019 post. So when did this happen?
Yesterday night.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, so he's smart enough to see how they put the two black faces next to each other anyway. That's what I was talking about when Don was telling the absolute truth. They always got to put a black guy on when it's a racist matter. And he, just because he's a black face, we're supposed to accept his black answer. And a lot of black conservatives will accept his emotional rant right there, talking about he was just starting his life and ignoring all the other young black men that get killed constantly every day by police.
Yeah, man, look at his clothes, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he got his
Now he's the criminal, even though he was being assaulted, he was being targeted and harassed on the spot with an armed stranger that he never seen in his whole life. I would have been scared too. I would have pulled out before he even got to my door, probably before he even assaulted.
Yeah, if you got locked, you better pull him back.
Yeah, I'll be like, damn, he walking up on me, man. That's a hot right there.
They about to target any nigga with lock.
You feel me? I noticed that in Fayetteville years ago when they killed the McDonald brothers. They both had dreadlocks and they was trying to make a statement, so they put them gave them the death penalty.
Yeah. So
Cold world. Yeah.
So yeah, man, we all we gotta, can't do nothing. Just wait to see how the story unfolds. Hopefully, the brother is getting counsel and will turn himself in to the authorities with counsel and explain his side of the story. Because right now, it looks like he was targeted. At least it looked like he was put in a situation where he was asked to trust an event that doesn't go our way, and you only got one time to trust it and it not go your way. So if you pull up on me and you jump out, I'm asking you what's going on. If you was anybody else, you would have been shot. Now I'm asking you what's going on. You putting your hands on me, pushing me to sit down. I still didn't escalate it. I tried to de-escalate it. Pause. What's going on?
Then you put both your hands on me, tried to push me in the car.
Tried to push me in the goddamn car.
Tried
to set dominance over me. Hey, you don't gotta do that. Talk to me man to man. You're not finna set me on no curb or none of that childish shit. What you want? What's up?
We still don't know why they
somebody said, why was you back there?
The news has reported he saw a suspicious vehicle, which I don't know what a suspicious vehicle is. Let me see if I could Google that.
So now let's talk about Suave and Domo's debate. All right. The reason that non-voting and protesting should work is because it should create things like the Breonna Taylor and the George Floyd law. There should be laws in place that says that the police work on de-escalation tactics, meaning they all have megaphones in their vehicle. We all been blurred before, and in different areas, they tell you pull over or whatever. Why aren't police taught to speak to you directly through that megaphone rather than walking up directly on my vehicle? Because like you said,
directly on me.
Because like you said, in any other situation, somebody walked directly up on my vehicle, nigga, my burners is accessible immediately. There's a reason I'm in the state that I'm in. So why was
he gave the police a benefit of the doubt, gave them extra time, gave them 2 extra minutes to live.
I
haven't seen the video. I don't know all the situation. So I got to take the time to see all of that.
Well, I could play the video that's out. Shout out to Brother Goldmine in the building. I looked up suspicious vehicle. It says slow moving without lights, following aimless course in any location, including residential streets, schools, and playgrounds, or in parentheses, burglar, drug pusher, sex offender. Parked and occupied, containing one or more persons. So parked and occupied is suspicious. Containing one or more persons. So
I can't park in a Kroger parking lot while my wife go into Kroger if I got dressed and I look suspicious, right? So
yeah, you can't do that,
right? Bullshit. Good luck.
And what is suspicious? Under their definition, you suspicious. But what is an unusual hour? Also, yeah, you could be parked outside your home, sitting in your car.
So when they say unusual hour, it depends each state. So for instance, my cousin caught a charge.
That's under suspicious.
My cousin caught a charge. He caught an extra charge.
Hold on, Claim. Hold on, Claim. You'll get it out after 8 now, bro. Go ahead.
He caught an extra charge. So they went in, they hit a lick. And he caught an extra charge because it was after 2 a.m. Right? So it depends what area you're in. Each area got a different explanation about what is a what did you say? Certain type of an unusual hour. Each area has a different time frame of that. So basically, they saying after
late night hours, and this is
And
what
work
you need.
hours.
But this is what you need to be teaching your kids too. Is like my daughter know. After 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, your ass need to be in the house, right? You decide you grown and you still live in my crib or whatever. But even when you grown out on your own, only thing happening after midnight, 2, 3, 4, unless you out really partying or you out making money in some way, shape, or form, you probably should have your ass in the crib, because in the heightened state that we live in the area that we live in the world that we live in right now, it's just what it is, right? I know that shit sucks.
Well, the world has made that time of hour.
Yeah, I know it sucks, and I feel like it feels like I'm taking your liberty away. I'd rather take your liberties away and have you here tomorrow than fucking somebody walk up on you at 1:30 when you just sitting there chilling, and they say, now you suspicious.
Yeah, but no, working hours too. Don't forget that part. That's what. What did you say? Suspicious hours. What was you just looking up just a second ago?
Unusual, suspicious hours.
Basically,
unusual hours.
When most people are asleep.
Unusual
So
hours.
you're unusual.
Like, 8 to 5.
No, it's not 8 to 5. It's not.
No. That first definition was according to the job. What are unusual work hours? When I went down,
that's not how a court looks at it though. A court is looking at, like, so let's say you broke into somebody's house at 8 o'clock. You probably not gonna get that unusual hour. If you break into somebody's house after like 11 or 12, 1, 2, like that's when that unusual hour kicks in. I'm not telling you breaking into nobody's house, but I'm just telling you.
No, yeah, it said when most people are asleep.
Are asleep, right? Exactly.
So if you have those work hours, you work during weird hours, and you should be cautious because you could get approached and murdered.
Now we can go into that brother shouldn't have had that shrine. I heard some people talking about that. I know what that shrine is. I ain't finna get into that. I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about, at this point, why we don't have things in place to make sure this shit don't happen no more. Like I'm over all the bullshit, right? I'm listening, and the Suave debate just keep playing in my head because I get it now. Like, I understand completely the necessity for the B1 movement, for the Israelite movement, for the whatever movement you're talking about, right? The problem is that we have not unified and galvanized to the point of being organized. To the point of where it's clear, like, don't give a fuck what you own. We not out here trying to kill you, but you fuck with us, we will change your entire fucking legal existence. Like, we need to not be afraid to say, fuck y'all, change these laws now. There's no reason that a fucking cop should be able to walk up on my vehicle. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nobody should be able to walk up on my vehicle when we living in a state where people are walking up shooting black men in the face. Yeah. Right? I'm afraid for my life. Understand this. If I'm at war right now, rules of engagement say if I'm afraid for my life, you dead. If I fear for my life at war, you're dead. But in this state where people can walk up and kill you regularly.
Say that shit again, ain't none. Some people don't know.
Like, nigga, that's Geneva Convention. If I'm at war and I fear for my life, I have the right to use lethal force. But yet, this man in a country where it's open season on black men with dreads, you just walk up on his vehicle with the prime suspect who's killing us, right? You got black men killing another black man and police officers killing another black man. You a black man, you walk up on my car, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Don't worry. If I don't know you, nigga, you might catch me. There's a way that we approach each other on the streets. We really don't even walk up on each other's car like that.
At all. What we do?
from over there.
We stop in place and be like, "Oh, what up?" You know,
Right,
dog,
right,
good, man.
and then show that we peaceful. And then if you're interested in conversing
if
with
you
me,
even
then we
look
can
like you walking toward me, my antennas is up.
That's a problem.
Right.
Like
So
I
now
might not
because
say nothing. I might assume you're walking past me or something, but I'm looking at you like. Like it was this one video, prime example. Ryder from the URL. They was outside with a couple other people, and Ryder had walked up so bogus. The whole crowd was like, "Yo, what's up with you, bro?" And he was like just drunk, being stupid. Like, "What's up, man?" But his A line to that crowd, everybody in that crowd was like, "Who you finna give it to?" So we know, bro. They like, you can't walk up on no nigga like that, bro. Late at night and you a white dude with a gun on your hip, bro. You could have rolled down that window and said, "What's up, Ozone?" Because you know me. I protest around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me. And you're a 3-year veteran, is what they call him. I don't know how the fuck you become a 3-year vet, but...
And then that's the other thing. There needs to be some pass where, like, yo, if you're not familiar with this community, don't even fucking be around here. I don't want you walking around policing my community if you're not familiar with it. Yeah. You should know my community activists. You should know my community drug dealers. You should know my community civilians.
Yeah, I want to know how he knew that car was back there, because the way they showed it, it looked like he had to drive back there in order to see the car was back there.
Yeah, and all the other cars were back there.
Look at the video again. Yeah, I mean, I need to see that, man, because...
I mean, you could have seen it on the video, any of that, right? Like, my concern now is we need to understand our voice and understand our power and start making legislation work. There is no way that I should be in fear of sitting in my... I don't give a fuck if he was sitting there moving all the dope in America. There's a way that you should have to approach that without fucking it becoming lethal on either part. And the fact that this man
walked up on him and started pushing him around.
My bad.
No, you got it, bro.
I'm
like I'm talking
about.
I was gonna say, I've been in a situation where white cops rolled up on us, right? And you know, and ask what's up, and we be like, "What's going on?" And then they be like, "Well, if people say loud noise or somebody was out here loud language or something," they explain why. Dude wouldn't even tell the dude what was going on. So you know, that was suspect.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I didn't have to deal. I've been dealing with law enforcement.
Like I was trying to say, they pulled up on us the other day, and took my homie to jail. You know what I'm saying? He's happy to get the situation behind him, but we was looking quote unquote suspicious, so we fit that description that he just read. The car back then or whatever. We had 3 people in the vehicle, but we was waiting on our home girls. You know what I'm saying? But they pulled up on us. So then they asked everybody for IDs. So I ain't want to get into the real shit and get them off our ass right fast, because we was dirtier than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We had an open bottle in that bitch, a big one, and you know, I stayed with the stick, so that was on me too. So I didn't want everything all of us to die. So we just went ahead and gave them our ID and was super friendly with them and cracking jokes with them. And then we found out Hope had a warrant and we went to jail overnight. So we all lived through that.
Right, like I done had that happen multiple times in Georgia. Especially when I first touched down in Georgia, like I had multiple warrants. So, you know, I done went down to Wright Street, I done went to Fulton County, I done went to Clayton County. I done been in the multiple jails out here, like. But the way that I carry myself, so I'm not telling y'all this shit from like, oh, A9 shit is, nah, I was really a fuck up out here in these streets.
And so, like, I'm like, there's a way that we got to respond, but there's also some things that we got to put into place to make sure that laws change.
Do you live here? What's going on?
Like, my family, no, fam. Like, we gonna be cool. Like, my wife, like, the first time my wife ever seen me get arrested, she was pregnant. She was pregnant with my middle daughter. And she, like, freaking out. And I'm telling her, like, fall back is good. Like, worst case scenario, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna dress out, I'm gonna get my commissary, y'all bail me the next day or whatever it take. Like, it's good. It's a whole warrant. Shit gonna go away. Don't worry about it. You know, like, y'all gotta know how to handle that in your joint. But because many of us ain't never dealt with the penal system, you know, we worried or whatever. Like, most of us ain't worried about county if you've been there before. Like, this county. So we got to start having these conversations. That's all I'm saying. Like, and we got to start educating each other on how to deal with this shit. Play it, Swab, because I ain't seen it yet.
Okay. Yeah, this the back. He parked right here, like I said. Parking structures are right there, so he's in a valid parking spot. Let's go.
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down.
Pull it up, walk right up on him. Now, I don't know why that's cut out.
Y'all see them fringes though?
I don't see why that's cut out.
What's going on? Sit down.
Yeah, he definitely fringed up. Black and gold.
Sit. And
we already
Why you
saw,
got your hand on me, bro?
Yeah, and we already saw he got wired up. You know what I'm saying? He got hit. He got the picture up there. I just didn't show it, but he was stapled from fucking neck to
Man, now sounds like a attack towards Israelites now.
But nah, you can see his stomach and tell. You seen his stomach, like you said, you could tell he been stapled up before, Swab.
Yeah, he got the actual staples from the hospital. I just didn't show that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
can you sit down? I'll talk to you. Stop. Come on now. Come on now. Don't do this. Sit down. Why you asking?
Now you see he dressed nice. He got his jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
You can even see his hands. No weapon. He got
You
that
can
cell
see his
phone right
hands,
here,
bro. Yeah.
Sit down. Sit. Sir. Can you sit down? I'll talk to you. Stop. Come on now. Come on now. Don't do this. Sit down. Why are you asking me do I live here? Do you live here? Yes or no? What's going on though? Who? Charlie 777. No, back up. Stop.
He did ask me he lived there though.
Sound like he said, what did he say? Bang. Step back, man.
Swab keep putting buns on the camera.
Ain't count no more. That's right. Good job.
Yeah, so that's
He parked.
And then what he clapped him in that altercation, he clapped him up
In the head. He hit him one time in the head.
He shot him once, and that's all they know.
with his own weapon or with
non-malicious. He just got back him up on him, quit assaulting me, quit asking me questions. I'm at my own apartment complex.
But he wasn't even, honestly though, he not even saying quit asking me questions. Now, and this, you do have the right to say this. Yeah, you got the right to say, identify why you even approaching.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like these tactics need to be things that are spread to every police community in this country. You should not just be able to walk up on me and tell me to sit back in my vehicle. No, explain to me why you are even addressing me off rip. For instance, when the police pull you over, let's say you speed. You have to say, do you know why I pulled you over? I pulled you over because you were speeding, right? Yeah. You approach me, I'm walking up on you because you look suspicious. Number one, if I look suspicious, you probably should call back up with your scary ass.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm telling you what happens in other countries while you're on patrol.
And that's why he shot him, because he wasn't finna wait around for no damn backup so they can dump him.
Yeah, back there in the dark, hell no.
Yeah, but so this the other thing though, man. Like, and I hate to tell y'all this, man, but don't be running around by yourself no more. Like this shit open season, bro. Y'all gotta realize niggas is high value targets. So let you just show what was on that man's Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers talk about killing me all the time, nigga. So y'all think it'd be a game? How's it going? Y'all think it'd be a game out here, nigga? I know what we represent. I know
And
what
how did
this
this
is.
edited body cam get out? That's what I want to know. Like, it's a whole production. The edited body
I don't
cam
be getting
gets
those
out.
type of calls.
The edited body cam gets out. They got pictures of
Keep
him.
teaching,
They got pictures of him dressed up in militia wear. You know
I
what I'm
do.
saying? We found ballistic vests and assault rifles on. Like, come on, man. Who's doing this production? Like, what could it have been, man? You went in the crib. You didn't find anything. You didn't find anything.
Now I'm gonna let you know if this turned into a national Israelite incident. Yeah, like that's where we're gonna draw the line. And if our so-called leaders don't stop that and shut that shit down, like I want to know what camp he was in, what he was doing. Like I want to know everything. Nah, we're gonna cook that shit, bro. Like it's too many of us at this point.
I've been trying to get at.
Yeah, but we too thick now, bro. Like I hear you playing. Yeah, I hear you, but it's different now.
Then they say they put
try
out
again, right?
over
Shit.
500 men. Then they say it's over 500
Can't fight
men
guns. You can't fight bombs.
I mean, they got different estimates.
Just need to keep doing what you're doing.
No, I'm saying,
And now look, this
don't
is
do what this brother did.
When Kawhi was playing it, I think the news lady was like over 500 men was on a manhunt.
Yeah.
Damn. Like what y'all doing? Y'all just keep the doors in, pull a
live by the sword, you die by the sword.
And then, right, look how they're describing this on ABC News. Officials say
What it says in the Bible.
Officials say Wallace has had several violent run-ins with police in Central and South Florida. So, why do I keep having violent run-ins with the police? And this is another one. Is it possible I'm being targeted? Because you didn't say I got several charges stemming from those run-ins.
Facts.
You're highlighting run-ins, not felonies, not convictions, and we know he ain't got that because he got pictures of him holding his assault rifles. So the motherfucker clean. He walking around with the not fucking around crew with his gun. He's not dirty. But yet the propaganda is
bro,
to make him look dirty.
Like we gotta move beyond becoming threats. We gotta move beyond becoming threats and move to the point where we say, no, nigga, like you're purposefully identifying and targeting me because I'm trying to do right by my people. Like this, like the whole conversation from here on out for all of us need to be like we had these debates and shit, but everything from here on out need to be like we are trying to do right by our people. So then from there on out, if you do anything to go against that, you don't want us to become a people. You don't want us to do better for ourselves. Right?
Yeah, they just passed a law. They just passed a law in Alabama where you can't put white police officers. You can't pull over black people or people of color because they just passed the law. I think about a month ago.
Now, did we vote on that? When did y'all vote on that? Or do you think that came from
got me a little heated, fam.
Or do you think that came from the protest? That they just put that in there, like, man, let's do this. Yeah, I don't see no reason.
Was speaking and couldn't hear you.
Yeah, you real low, squad.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Mic check.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot my point. What was I saying?
You said
You
when did
started
we
something.
vote on that or something like that?
I'll talk about that law.
Oh
You
yeah,
said
I
when
said
did you vote on
when
that?
yeah, when did we vote on that to become a law?
No,
When
the
did we vote?
governor of Alabama,
I know they came because of the protests. Because of the protests, the people in power changed legislation and created legislation.
Right. Right.
Yeah, well,
Right. And I thought that you did a good job bringing it out, listening back to the states. Like there's some shit that I'm gonna bring up. During the off season on some rule changes that I think would be advantageous. Like these judges should be able to watch this, I guess, after. But that's that's neither here
I
nor
mean, they
there.
do. Melvin was in there like a motherfucker. I'm making you cold.
But I'm saying he should be able to watch it after and then make a vote. Like after you watching the whole thing, like because it's hard when you watching it. It's hard when you watching it live in that emotional state. And trying to make that was I ain't gonna front, bro. That was hard for them judges, bro. Like that was difficult for them.
Yeah, and it's a shame that it is because they supposed to
What?
be judges.
Wait, hold on.
Like
How?
we debaters,
That's what judges do.
that's what I'm saying. We debaters,
Nah, bro.
so it should be tough, but they judges, so it shouldn't be that tough. But I said that. I said the ruling should come the next day.
Next day,
The ruling should come the next day.
Man, when a person's done playing basketball, the one with the most points at the end of the game won. I'm just saying though, when the judge they won. Or somebody's boxing, the judgment after boxing is immediately afterwards.
This ain't none of that. Like
I think the judge should at least have debated before.
Yeah, this is a sport.
I don't agree that they should have debated before. I hear you, and I get why that should be.
I mean, it's just my opinion. I'm just saying. I know it's
yeah. I respect.
But in a real debate league, it's that way. The judges is watching the debate. They judge right after the debate.
But the reason I say it's not, I don't necessarily agree with that is because what we doing is something different. I don't just want some nigga who think he a great. Like imagine the nigga that debated Black Jesus Minister. I forgot that name. Battle Troop judging a debate. I don't want him judging a debate. I don't give a damn what it is, right? I want people who understand this league. I don't give a damn who you are. I want you to understand. Yeah, I want you to understand this league, and then judge and remove. Your personal bias.
That's kind of like what I'm saying. So what I'm kind of saying is this: is that I want to see how they do their open. I want to see what their presentation will look like. I've seen y'all rock. You see, I've seen y'all rock how you put together this whole debate of structure. You know, I bear witness to that. So to me, I want to see an opening in their perspective of how would they would do a premise, how they would do a rebuttal with a rapid fire in a simple book. I want to see that. You know, that's all. That way I can, that way you can determine, if they really. But that is my opinion. You can keep going.
Yeah, no, I feel you. This is my only thing. I think it's different when you watch a debate to judge it rather than watching it live. And so I agree. Like maybe eventually, when we stop being so emotionally attached, when we need to hear that answer right away, then yeah, we could wait 24 hours to get the ruling, and I think that would help. But try to
compare that to anything in the world.
It's not, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this is something uniquely different from anything in the world. Like this is honestly something that transcends anything we see. It is different, bro. This debate structure, this whole debate world that we
court cases where people whole lives on the line, where people deliberate for 10 minutes and 5 minutes and then come to a conclusion of how this whole person's life for 31 years is going to take place. And you talking about some talking, and we just debate.
Can I respond? No. I'm gonna tell you why.
Make a decision in less than 5 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you why that's a horrible analogy. Because those people. Hold on. But this is why it's a horrible analogy. Because those people who make those decisions, quote unquote, in those 10 minutes, are watching a trial for 3 or 4 days, where they've been able to take notes,
they're able to go back and deliberate on those notes during the course of the trial. Then on top of that, watch this. Here's the other thing.
Nothing about no jury.
Hold on, bro. If they're making
Talk about
a
everybody
decision,
involved.
no.
Yeah,
If they're
I'm
making,
talking about,
hold on.
I'm talking about
Hold
when
on.
you go to court and the
Come on,
judge
Sam. Like, let me finish,
makes a
bro.
decision. He's talking about a jury. I'm talking about a judge making a decision on a case.
But even with that claim,
Yeah, 99% of court cases happen over 1 hour or 2 hours.
But how long niggas be going to trial for about a year?
Yeah.
Wait to go to trial.
you go to manipulate what's called municipal.
But also, then here's the difference. Then the difference with that is that judge has a rule book. He has a rubric, a rule book of these are the clear-cut violations of the law. And if we see this, then we can make a decision. So back to the point that I'm making, though, with these judges, they are looking at complicated information at different times, and they need to be able to go back and watch it all instead of watching it in an emotional state at different times. Like you could clearly see. Now Daniel Hayru, he made a decision. I'm grateful. He didn't pull a Garfield, right? So I don't want to use the brother as right. I don't want to use him as a bad example, but you could clearly see like he's torn. Like, bro, I needed more time to go back and listen to what I just saw. So that's why I'm comparing this to a jury trial, because in a jury trial, they have all the evidence and now they can go back and look at it all. Right? If we saying like if we really trying to put pressure on these judges to the point where, oh, you gotta get it absolute 100 right, well then they need to have a chance to go back and review what they just witnessed, what they saw, and be able to compare and contrast. Like if we yeah, that's the other thing though, bro. Like
affecting people's lives for 50 years.
hold on, but we talking about this starting to affect people's livelihoods. Like that's really what we trying to move this into having some form of a compensated debate league. Like so when we looking at it from that perspective, yeah, we need to start making it the goal is to try to improve parameters. I'm not saying we have to do it. I'm just saying that's a suggestion, right? It's not one of these things where it's like cut and dry and oh we affecting people's lives. So fall back. Now to bring this thing back though, but to bring this thing back to the conversation we were just having, it's amazing how this specifically relates to that Domo and Swab debate. From the perspective of we got to start influencing our legislators. And we can do that without necessarily voting them in. They're already in office.
We need to bring back the people's vote.
Nah, hell no. The people's vote.
When people call it, when the people call it.
Nah, nigga, I disagree. But hold on, but technically we still got it because you get it. We still got it. We still got it. We still got it in the regular season. I don't think that the spirit and truth that was playoffs.
Oh yeah, it was in the regular season.
Yeah, it's in the regular season. I don't think it should be.
He used to do the call in.
Madonna?
Yeah.
Because they used to have to call in. Remember that?
I know, but now they got the sheets. Concept. They got the sheets that they just.
Yeah,
remember they hit the link and vote.
Better though.
Hold on, it's the same concept. You can hit the link and vote for the people's vote. It's the same concept.
They call in and give you more. They help your algorithm.
That's weird. All right. That don't help no algorithm. That don't help no algorithm.
Yeah, because we can't wait for 200 people.
That still don't help no algorithm.
We can't wait for 200 people to call in.
He had a limit. He had a limit how long he did that.
He's got a limit on this. You don't even understand what's going on.
The problem with that is you can't have 200, 300 people call in, but with that little sheet, you can have 300 people vote.
Yeah. Bro, why am I arguing with people who are not even invested in the league?
Yeah, it's only 200 people that can. We can't wait for 200 people to call in. And I mean, How long we supposed to wait for the people to call in to say what? You know
I don't
what I'm
know.
saying?
Sorry
Like
to
that.
have a
I
time.
think the people got a good enough inclusion, man. Hit that link and vote. You know what I'm saying? Other than just waiting on motherfucking Big O and Coffee Hill to call in every
Yep,
goddamn debate.
That's how the big shows do it. America's Got Talent and all that stuff. They just hit the little button, and then that's who they vote for.
Yeah.
But
And
it ain't that.
they got millions
And that
of
ain't
dollars in sponsorship to be able to do that. Right now, the best that we can do is hit that free link that Solar got set up, and people got the right to do it. He posts the link. Everybody that's watching hits the link and they vote. Like we've seen that be effective.
Yeah.
I don't think
No
that
reason
that's
to change
effective.
Man, you don't know who might call in.
They can
They
only
say,
vote twice.
Our numbers is like we steady growing every season, so it's like it ain't. It ain't
Hey,
too
y'all
much.
saying, I'm saying, all right, just think about it. Would it be like 100 plus watching on some debate? You don't know who all them 100 is.
Some debates, nigga, the lowest I done seen is about 3, nigga. I'm just saying, like the numbers is up.
Hey, so question. Hey, so Madon, you feel like the people should be able to affect the playoffs?
No, not at all. It's just a
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So we got the people voting in the regular season. Hear me out, kid. We got the people. Okay, we got the people voting in the regular season. Like what we talking? I mean, why would we?
We ain't got the call there though.
I'm saying, but why is that clarifying the judges getting the playoff voting right? What's the topic?
That's what we talk about, the judges in the playoff.
Man, how can
but at one point in time, you were talking about.
That's a question for you.
Hold on.
How can 200 people call in?
Bro, we're talking. We're literally talking about.
You can still keep.
We're literally talking about the playoffs. That's all we're talking about right now. The playoffs.
But nah, you was talking about things that should be implemented next season.
Yeah, for the playoffs, bro. Like we're literally talking about the playoffs.
About the whole season.
Like you know how the judges said, man, we need more time. Yeah, I think that was something I suggested. The judges should go over each other's ruling and make sure it suffices because some people they quote things that wasn't actually said, and the other two judges might catch that and say, "Hey, no, he didn't say that," and so then they send it in. So let's say, "Hey, did you say or ask him a question, see how he answered or whatever." You know what I'm saying? But they should have a little bit of time that they could. What is it?
Deliberate.
Thank you. Deliberate.
Right. Yeah. And so they also
they're not all supposed to get.
Hold up,
they
bro.
all got their own.
They also have a rubric for how they judge, and so they have a point system and all that stuff on how they judge. I think it's each round, and they have to turn those things in. So during the debate, so they got that in place. So that's not absent.
And it's even different for the playoffs. Like they have a stronger rubric now for the playoffs, from what I understand. Like they got a stronger rubric that they got to follow now for the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not mad at the judges at all. I want to give them an opportunity. I want to give them an opportunity to be able to chew on this and maybe even deliberate with each other. I don't know. I don't know if that helps or destroys the situation, but maybe
on that judge show. Can't let that happen again.
You know on that judge show with
I want to see their debate skills in person. Show me your debate skills.
You know on that judge show with the 3 judges? The one black coon judge Candace Owens.
This ain't good and that ain't good.
Hold on, I'm telling you something.
Those shows
are way more successful than this show. That's why I'm giving you game on what they do.
Nigga, they're successful because they have millions of dollars in marketing.
They got millions of dollars because they listen to people like myself who tell them what
God, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hey man, y'all know playing the master strategist.
I know y'all niggas is master bullshit.
He don't allow other people to say what they want to say, but he's going to say
not that. Like you wasting life right now,
retarded.
You're not giving true, proper nuance to the conversation.
I'm discussing the conversation that we're having.
And we see time and time again.
And I'm saying that the judge show with the 3 judges, with the black lady and
what judge show with the 3 judges you talking about, bro?
America's Got Talent.
The one that
you talking about American Got Talent, American Idol,
the judge show, the court show with the 3 judges.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
Well, what about it?
What's the name of that? What's the name of it?
I'm saying that there is a court show on TV that exists with 3 judges, and they hear the case separately, and then they ask.
Bro, we not in no fucking courtroom.
Ask questions separately to the
niggas retarded, bro.
And then they deliberate for like 2 minutes.
I mean,
I'm just giving suggestions, just like Anonymous giving suggestions.
Yeah, it's a suggestion. It's considered. You know what I'm saying? Like they might hear, they think it's a good idea.
Considered to be stupid, nigga.
Hey man, I want to talk about something from you.
Hey man, so of course this is all ahead of.
Then they don't understand why I do that.
Hey man, shut up and let Squad talk, bro.
Of course, this is before all
you might have to go to some beach classes, man.
Before all the details get out and
Hot
everything
bitch.
like
That's
that.
the name of the show.
What is it called?
Hot bitch.
Hot bitch.
Bitch.
Oh.
Hey, what's your name?
I know all the details like that. I'm absolutely giving the story how I clearly see it. You know what I'm saying? But Taz, what you think about our dude in that cop shooting in Daytona?
I don't care nothing about that, bro. I'm in Kansas looking for a nigga, bro.
Yeah, who?
I'm in the state looking for Domo, nigga. Where he at?
Man, you wasting all that time right now, bro.
That nigga on a whole other Cali.
That nigga gonna have zero conversation with you until the debate, bro. That nigga ain't
Domo live in Cali, nigga.
I'm in his own state for real. I am in Wichita though.
Nah.
Put that shit on your side.
I'm in Kansas. Look at anybody that look like Domo.
I seen that shit earlier, man. Somebody sent it to man. And, they sent me the niggas be on it, but they sent me the nigga Facebook, the news story, the whole shit. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't feeling it, but I'm gonna tell you what. The nigga, the whole shit with last summer with the Grandmaster J shit and all of that. See, this one that was out there with them walking around talking that shit with the rifles and all of that. Hey, bro, where them niggas out to back this nigga up, bro?
I mean, he ain't been caught.
Let me tell you.
They got over. Hold on, Claim. Before you take that, they got over 500 people looking for him. He ain't been caught.
There you go. That's exactly what my point.
I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about where the niggas at to pop the most.
Right? So the city.
Hold on, Claim.
You don't gotta do that right now.
Man, nigga, learn how to conversate. Nigga, wait your turn.
I did. I waited till Swat said what he said, then I started talking.
Bro, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Clint.
Yeah, so it went. Like he said, he's not been found. So as soon as he popped that dude, he went straight to an Impact member in Daytona and posted up until the search ends.
Now, why would you put that up?
So
he's going
to. Y'all gotta stop this.
That was total
fucking
speculation, bro.
Talking, man.
This end up.
We're doing exactly what niggas said.
After all that,
who the fuck told you to claim?
After all that,
still since you end up getting this name back.
They're supposed to be hiding, bro. They're supposed to be on now.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't supposed to be hiding.
Man, so many freeways out here. Them niggas
You don't move like that, bro.
Hold on, bro. Listen to the point that he
truth.
made.
Taz telling y'all the motherfucking truth.
No, please listen to the point that he just made because nigga, they call themselves the not fucking around crew. Why you fucking around?
Nigga,
are you fucking
around? Nigga, he popped one in his town. Fucking, I'm gonna get one in mine. Nigga, let's get it. It's on.
No, that's malicious. That's malicious. This was a clear case of self-defense. I wouldn't turn that into a malicious act let's just go kill fucking cops. No.
No, it ain't so much kill, but no, I ain't saying kill. Hold on, bro.
He's going to prison, Swab, if he lives. If he lives, he's going to prison.
But I'm not saying kill, but
if he
they should already be setting up interviews with news organizations. Like they should be out here.
Yeah, they definitely
nigga. However the fucking that shit.
Nah, I know.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
They definitely should have. They got them newspaper out in rotation. Out here,
like
in
they
the
should be out
cameraman faces.
here.
It wasn't no way in hell that sheriff or whatever that black man was that was talking about that 26-year-old white man outside the house. There's no way they shouldn't have been at that motherfucking tape. They should have been right there.
Like nigga, this should be like this. They should be what's the word I'm looking for, nigga? Like they should be
visible,
active.
Boots on the ground right now.
I'm gonna say visible. Just visible.
Yeah, they should be visible.
On the scene. You know, I'm taking it to the top.
They need to be applying pressure, nigga.
Yeah,
like you got a tag stream
defending their man. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
I'm they have
to do it secretly at first. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, fuck the dumb shit. Like, they just practice niggas. Like, what do you mean?
But this be my problem with our quote unquote movements, bro. Like, it don't be like nigga, like it shouldn't even be no question. Like, you should have already, and if you can't get on this, you should be on Sunday. You should be on Tommy Sotomayor. Nigga, you should be on Cynthia G. You should be everywhere right now saying, no, this is really what happened. Like there's like this.
He needs some character witnessing going on.
But see, and that's why I did 15 videos last summer about them niggas. Motherfuckers be thinking I be on bullshit, but bruh, all that cap, all that talk, this nigga got indicted. They went underground. They quiet. Nigga, y'all ain't do shit about that, bruh. Y'all talk too much shit to not do nothing.
Yeah,
you don't understand the movement at all, bro. You talking about
who don't understand the movement?
You just said
you
that they
follower, nigga. You want to suck
you just said that when he defended himself.
Nigga, I was the movement.
I'm saying, why would you assume he don't understand? Yeah, hold on, tell me my bad, bro.
I was moving when he was in the military.
Let me say this right quick. Claim, stop coming at people, bro. Like, say your point, bro. You don't always have to lead out with something for them to defend themselves about, because it takes away from the conversation, bro.
Because I have to repeat.
No, you don't. You just gotta say your point.
He said that needs to be out here shooting. That's what he said.
But I pulled back from it.
He pulled back, it's like he reframed it.
I didn't know. So what, man?
But I pulled back from it. I said it don't have to be that, but it's got to be something, though. It's supposed to be something.
He went so far as to say, you know what, I agree with. He's agreed with what I said. Like, we should just be visible.
That's a better. I appreciate that, Tad.
Me, you, and A9, we call them shooters. And then one of them motherfuckers rolled down on me, right? And I had to pop them motherfuckers while I'm by myself. I'm gonna need for you or A9 to pop something somewhere else so I can move the fuck around.
Nah, it ain't necessarily you crazy.
You in the military. So you know how this shit go, bro. If a nigga attack me,
hold on, that ain't how it always goes, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
That ain't how it always go, though.
Yeah,
but that's how they sold that shit, though. A9, they sold this shit like, bro.
Man, that's how we did in the street.
Like this shit up. They sold it like if it was on. Like if y'all do something else, nigga, we finna set this bitch off. That's how they sold it.
Because to me, when they was doing it, it like I was on it with some niggas. Because it's like they pointlessly.
When did they say that?
They pointlessly
all last summer, nigga.
They pointlessly going out in the. Well, I won't say pointlessly, but to me, it's pointless.
It was pointless.
Just grabbing guns and walking around white people neighborhoods, hoping for.
They ain't prepared.
Bro, what are you doing? Why are y'all just walking around?
Just showing a presence. Hold on.
If you watch his speech at Louisville, standing on the desk, bro, he literally threatened.
Real stuff, bro. Relax.
Hey, Claim, he threatened the police, bro, right there on the steps, bro, at the Breonna Taylor speech, bro. Threatened the police, bro.
No, I'm telling Suave why. In fact, it's making a public appearance all the time. It's just to show
it was for show.
No,
Right.
Clay,
So
I don't got
that
no.
we
I don't.
we're first,
My thing is, why are you walking
it's a
around with
deterrent.
guns in white
No,
neighborhoods? You can make
it was
public.
bullshit.
You can make public appearances at churches in black neighborhoods. You can make public appearances. Why are you agitating white people with your guns in their neighborhoods? You're a traveling agitator.
They went down there to that neighborhood after dude went to jail, bro.
No, he's pulling up on
that was some weak shit.
incidents
They waited till them white
when
boys
they killed
went to jail. and then they
innocent
went
black
down
people.
there. That was weak as fuck.
So
When
let
the
me-
white boys went to jail is when they went. They went down there
The
when the white
deterrent
boys was free.
for the
Right,
psycho
But
white
that's
people.
not
how
going
the
to do it. The
deterrent works.
people who shoot
That's-
black people in the street aren't deterred because you're walking around some neighborhood they don't give a
That's
fuck
not
about
what
with
it is.
guns.
That's
Take
not how
your
it works.
guns and patrol your own neighborhoods. That will lessen police shooting us. You're
So
not even
this
in the
the point I was
neighborhood
gonna make.
when the shit go down. You're out in some white neighborhood trying to get views.
They don't all
It's
live
too
in the
late at
same
that point.
city, though.
It's too late at that point.
In fact, don't all live in the same city. They have to.
That's why I said,
Yeah,
no, that's why I said the shit about Crossfire. I mean, cover fire claim, but you didn't agree with that shit when Tam first came in talking about, nigga, hold up, y'all talking about.
So that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Hey,
don't
look.
fuck around.
So I done said this before, nigga. Like, if you ain't never
No,
been
what I
to
said
war,
was,
Hold on, Clay, bro. Let him get it out, man. Damn.
man,
Because I had
Gold was addressing me.
All
Man,
right,
let him go, bro.
Fix this about what Cole said. Please,
Yeah, let
man.
Claim go, bro. Let Claim go, bro. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
so
child.
he said I didn't agree with it, but in fact, don't them just do rogue stuff. They always
That ain't
work
rogue.
with local people, with
entire
local
organization.
law enforcement and stuff like that. So they do everything perfectly legal. All their guns are legal. So
No.
It's too late to be trying to
when
play
a
by
guy
the rules.
defends
No, they're
his
not.
own life
That's what I'm
by
saying. You know what you're talking
by
about.
killing an op, he has
Yeah.
to
All their guns weren't
lay
legal.
low.
They
It's called
haven't,
laying low for a while.
claim.
They being targeted
Have
because they
anybody
leaders,
show up to that shit with the gun? If you got a gun, come out. Many people have been arrested at those fucking meetings for not having a permit. Soon as you get your ass to your gun, Grandmaster Jay set your ass up, and they was taking niggas to jail, bro. Nigga, I did stories on this
Yeah, that
shit,
was
bro.
the
Niggas
dumbest
in
shit.
jail.
That was the dumbest shit I heard. I said, damn, niggas out there with no gun permit.
They're
Like they can't get it
So their flaws are better than you doing nothing.
I'm saying,
Man, what the fuck? Hold on.
what was that comment for, bro? We trying to get straight to the information, bro.
Yeah,
Damn, that nigga killed you on the information. You gotta take the first one, nigga. Shut the fuck
yeah.
up.
No, I said they flaws. The INFACT's flaws are better. I'm taking it personal too because I'm INFACT. So
But
INFACT's
guess what? The
flaws
niggas
are
on the
better.
panel that's
You a clown.
is doing something. That's why you can't say that type of shit.
And
You a
better
clown.
than people doing nothing.
I was doing something before, in fact.
That's better. That's better.
I get to diminish it. In fact, all the rest of this week, nigga, don't do that shit.
But yeah, do they even got like a Facebook page? Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Around Facebook page.
Yo, so here's the problem.
Make that shit too
I
public,
thought they
bro.
had to go underground.
Don't
Here the problem. Here the
That
problem.
shit was supposed to be that fucking public for everybody to see.
Here the problem. Here the problem. Because
Gold
Goldmine made a statement about how the military acts.
There's different tactics when shit going on.
It's not even just that. Like, that's not what this is. So that's why when Taz said that they should go shoot, I been knew that they wasn't about shooting nobody. Because if they was, that Charlottesville shit would have set it off. Or all of this other shit, any of this other shit would have set it off, right? So we know that that's not what it's about. It's about making a presence, right? Now, if you talking about a military force, I'm going to tell you what they do. Nigga, they do show of force. They pull up and they blow up your whole fucking block, nigga. And they let you know, nigga, we here. Do you want to get it popping today? That's how they do. They shoot Mark 19s. They drop hella bombs. They shoot hella guns. That's how they do.
That's what you saying they need to do.
No, that's not what I'm saying they need to do. What I'm saying is
that's what I was saying.
What I'm saying, and I'm telling you why they shouldn't do it, because that's not that organization. Claim just
They
told
should be talking that shit then.
Nigga, well, that's what it is.
This is what he said. This is why there's an expectation.
I'm not denying that, but I'm telling us, we know that that's not what it is.
Lower your expectation.
Yeah, like I'm not expecting nobody. Nigga, they claim just told you, whoever said it, they gathering motherfuckers from all around the country to show up for one protest. If they was really about that, it'd be 2,000 motherfuckers in each area. So until they get to that, they can't do that. It's unrealistic to expect them to pull up in Florida right now, South Florida, and get it popping. Right?
It's time to crash out at this point because your motherfucking ass already.
No, I'm gonna tell you why it's not time to crash out.
I heard you out, big bird. I heard you out, and
I was in the middle of talking.
We're finished because you were talking and conversing with other niggas. I think I can talk to you.
Nigga, everybody keep cutting in. What I'm telling you is, strategically, it's not smart. That's all I'm telling you. Strategically, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to try to crash out right now. That's not. I 100% have no belief that this organization was built for that. It was built for show.
I bet. Now, I agree that it's a bad tactic for them when they're not prepared. But one thing I do know, as a man, when you put your motherfucking foot out there and you talk that shit, nigga, it costs you your life. You live by that shit, you die by that shit. Don't you fucking just all of a sudden now you scared? Oh, nigga, we just popped the police in the head. Nigga, they not finna be nice. Right. Not finna be march you in.
We, nigga.
Yeah, we did. Nigga, we did that. Cause the reason why we hot, cause the leader hot. So that ain't targeting the members. Like, so at the end of the day, I get what you saying, A9, cause we don't got no reason to be on that. We not part of that crew. You feel me? And we also can see from hindsight, because we removed from the situation, that they not prepared for that shit. But it don't motherfucking change. Nigga, you supposed to crash out behind your bullshit, my nigga. If you find out bullshit later on, you don't do that.
Bro, that's that shit that's
getting us. Fake, my nigga.
That whole mentality.
That's what getting other people killed.
I hear you. I hear you, but that mentality is what's getting us fucked off out here, bro.
Right, you shouldn't have said that shit, Anon.
Nigga,
I'm not saying, hey, nigga, I hear you, but what we say? What happened? I'm not no fucking automated being. I don't give a fuck what Jam Master Jay say.
You ain't say that shit in the army, nigga.
What you say? What you say? I'm not an animated being, nigga.
Nigga, I'm not. Nigga, I don't get to respond. Nigga, once they clap my shit, like nah, ain't nobody. And then on number 2. This was no NAFC fucking sanctioned movement. This was a random movement. We don't even know.
Man, I'm a member, nigga. You got me fucked up. But nigga fuck with me and y'all niggas say, I ain't tell you to do that shit.
This that irrational shit. Man,
that nigga asked to have to shoot the police.
I agree with Anon, bro. But what I'm saying is, I think Grandmaster Jay said so fucking much. That nigga said so fucking much, bro. That this makes us look bad.
I agree. He ran his mouth.
Yeah. Like any of the pro-black movement that is about something, it just undermines them. But that's why the first thing came to my mind was shit, bro. Go shoot fucking motherfuckers, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like nigga, y'all, it's on now. This is the shit y'all was talking about.
Yeah, no, at this point, man, he should be seeking counsel. At this point, he should be seeking counsel and planning to turn himself in. He should be getting his house in order. His finances.
If he don't, he gonna be another Chris Donner, nigga. If he don't, they gonna clap him up.
Yeah, man, they probably gonna try to do that shit anyway, bro. Like, what the fuck y'all think they finna do? Like, man, I got a homeboy sitting in that bitch right now. Y'all think talking about, oh, man, they're just gonna take him in. You know they do to this nigga every fucking day. They pissing this nigga food.
I'm not denying none of that shit, bro. I'm not denying none of that shit. Sam, why you
like they broke Asada out because of the treatment, nigga? They knew they would have killed her in there. So at the end of the day, when niggas talk that, bro, you cool. You're situated. This what I live for, my nigga.
What the fuck you mean I'm situated, nigga?
Bro, you got your stance on this shit.
Like, that's what I'm saying, my nigga. Let's just get the opinions out, bro. Nobody's defending nothing. Nobody has to defend shit, bro. Nobody has to defend shit. I just want to let everybody know you don't have to defend shit. A9's point of view doesn't cause you to get defensive. All I'm saying is there's different mentalities. Some people we already know. Some people are saying, hey, this is time. This is what I've been waiting on. Cool. Cool. I got your back in that. That ain't me. You will not be finding me leading my kids to the street to go beef it out with the police. Like I said, this is a I mean, it is what it is. He shot a police officer.
I ain't that crazy.
Yeah,
I ain't that crazy. What I'm saying, big bro, is to see, I can converse with him. He gonna hear little. What I'm saying is, I get shot at by the police, and somehow I come out on top. And I know that's not the situation. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I know my brothers ain't gonna sit here and tell me, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna leave my family. Nigga, I'm not gonna tell you to leave your family. But what I'm telling you is, if we are a crew and we out here strapped up, walking around, like my man said when he first came in, nigga walking around talking that shit, and then we start getting targeted, this ain't the time for us to act like we working too. And that ain't no shot at nobody. I'm just saying simply, I agree with what Elon said about the tactics and the strategies, as well as, like I said, his stance. That's why I mean, you cool, you situated with your stance. Be sure of that. I don't need no harm. I'm not claiming. I'll be taking up for niggas when motherfuckers be talking shit, bro. I'm not on that. But what I am gonna say is, if a group of niggas is some warriors, it ain't no motherfucking time to be talking about when we gonna fight. We fighting. And if you know what time it is for black people,
know what that claim shot.
we at war, period.
Yeah, but if that's their mentality, they sentiments, like I said, man, but I don't see them. And
that's my point.
I don't want.
And that's my point, bro.
And I don't want every group. Hold on. I don't want every time we go out and we protest that we get put it out as, hey, we wait to kill some crackers. My opinion, I've already expressed. You never lead with your military because you get a military response.
Exactly.
So for people to dress up in militant wear, grab their guns, and go parade around, to me, it seems like you want a militant response. You're not even going through the proper lanes to talk to the militant. Like, you know how easy it is to get a sit down with the police? Hey, I want to talk about us bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen that out of these brothers.
That's what he was doing, though. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna torch that nigga in the morning, bro.
I haven't seen them trying to exhaust that what's name. Now, they're not fucking around crew, like I said. I'm not in their way. But anytime there's something that catch national attention and stuff like that, I'm gonna put you on investigation. Because I know that they usually control both ops, both sides.
Hashtag suspect, nigga.
So, I mean, the details haven't got out. To me, it looked clean. To me, it looked like he was approached by a police officer. And shit, he was concerned. He tried to get some space. Dude put from one hand to two hands. And then when the dude said, man, fuck that, I'm getting some space between us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dying right here. He already survived a shooting. He already stayed. So that's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? But he still stayed calm and cool, even though he already been through a death ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Like so to me, it looked clean, bro. And I don't see no reason for him to run. This could be a public display of what happens when a police officer doesn't follow protocol. Pop, my nigga. There's no reason for me to be wasting resources trying to hide. There's no reason for me to be endangering my family members, laying low in their basement. I'm going to the authorities, nigga. And I get my shit in order.
You telling me he gonna get a fair shake?
You said
you
what?
Think he gonna get a fair shake?
A fair shake.
Because see, this is the thing now, Swab. I don't completely disagree, but you have to.
He ain't getting no fair shake.
Yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna tell a nigga to go turn himself in, that means they got to give him a fair chance once he get there. And if we can't guarantee that, can we really tell a nigga to go turn himself in?
I mean, it got to be no. I don't have any evidence that he will get a fair chance. I don't. But it's like I say, it's on camera. OJ got away with it. It's on camera. The motherfucker rolled up. He found me chilling in my motherfucking.
That's the last nigga to get away with it
Yeah, he came and found me sitting in my car in the parking lot, and the motherfucker approached me, bro. And when I asked him, "Yo, what's up?" the nigga just started calling for bag up. Like, hold on.
But see, like if he'd have beat his ass or something, I got you. He murked him, bro. Like you don't.
No, he's not dead.
Like, nigga, oh, he ain't dead.
No,
but he took a fatal shot.
He they said he had surgery. He was in critical condition. He's
I thought he died. Okay.
No, he didn't
die. You don't know too many niggas live for headshots. They said he's showing signs of improvement.
I thought he was gone, man. The way I was reading that shit, I didn't even notice because the headline I saw was like officers were upset, and you know what I'm saying.
I thought he was dead. Yeah.
You know they don't care. They don't. You don't supposed to get no list on them. They want to be scared.
All I'm saying is this, man. By the time you see military movement, all the back channels and all that shit been exhausted. Like we need to learn. Like we gotta learn how to fuck. And I ain't saying we gotta be buddy with him, but we gotta learn how to press this motherfucking demon, bro. We gotta press this system. Right? We need to put things in place for this system to feel the pressure like how they do. When something happen, the first thing they do, they go to their media. Right? They go to their media and they set their narrative. We need to have a counter narrative. Right? We need the first thing that needs to happen is, that's your narrative? No, nigga, here's our narrative. Let something happen to this nigga. Now we gonna burn this shit down. He need to have the right to come in and talk to somebody and fucking we know that it's gonna be fair. And if not, you're not gonna find him. Fuck. Right? That's what that should be what it's because we live it in a situation where even though we in a country, our culture is occupied, nigga. Like think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, even though we don't see the tanks and shit, nigga, our fucking everyday life and culture is occupied. So if that's the case, fuck it, nigga. Like you gotta control the narrative. That's why I'm saying I'm not saying don't jump out the window, nigga. Because when it's time to go, nigga, I'm ready to go. Don't get it twisted. But
he said he don't want to go to jail.
But this ain't that though, right? This ain't. I don't even. And like I said, I ain't never looked at that movement like, oh, that's what we need to support. Right?
No. That's why I said, my brother.
They even got a chick over there fucking up with JT the bigger figure doing it in Africa. The only issue he done had has been with an NAFC member or NFAC member.
Huh?
Right? Ain't nobody looking into that. Yeah, nigga, like I'm telling you, like he was the one that said that shit. I'm telling you what he said out of his mouth. She showed up. She showed up causing crimes. Right?
The
chick showed up.
It was another dude too. It was a dude that had jumped into a military.
Oh yeah. He got shot because he was a goofy. He got killed because he was a goofy. Yeah, he got off his meds and was doing shit. But I'm talking about a woman showed up and tried to take over what was going on in Burkina Faso, trying to talk crazy about it, right? He had to call her a goddamn agent and all of this shit. That was basically behind what made him left there and went to Nairobi. So, like, nigga, don't get. I'm watching all this shit. I'm watching everything. So that's and that's actually like my nigga have been in the hospital since all of that shit. Right. So, but the point we gotta understand is, nigga, you got a nigga like Tash, you got Cynthia, you got Nyla, you got Sarnetta, you got Tommy. I know niggas don't fuck with him, but whatever, nigga, like we got black media. Right. Until we initiate and utilize that, nigga, you're not getting none of that.
No, but see, thing though, bro. Nigga, stop that ain't finna talk about that shit.
If we put the pressure on his ass, he will.
Like, and wifey will do that shit because I tell her to. You know what I'm saying?
When but you put the pressure on Sarnetta, nigga, he gonna talk about it.
For the money, you will.
You put the pressure because the views don't come. Mm-hmm. Niggas gotta understand their voice.
Okay, but here's the thing. If the INFAC member comes to do the interview today, right now,
right.
So you right. That's money.
On Facebook messaging the nigga trying. I sent him the Zoom link. I sent the nigga the Zoom.
But then watch this though.
If you had an interview or whatever,
Hey,
you would definitely bring a crowd.
Then let me say this part to you too, Taz, right?
What's your brother doing, Swag? What's your brother Swag? Who the fuck you Facebook doing to Swag? I mean, who you linking with?
Oh,
But no, okay, so,
the dude that shot the cop.
Man, now what? No, but watch this though. That's a whole other conversation though. Is our media needs to start becoming way more accessible to our community.
Working
Understand what I'm saying?
On my end, you know what I'm saying?
Network.
On my end, that's why, like I said, I'm doing my part, man. I'm not in this shit for nothing, bro. Like I do my part. I'm gonna get that. The problem is it's just 100 messages every day. You know what I'm saying? 100 messages to get out every day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's dope. You building up your network, you building up your email joint, like that's amazing, right? So we're not gonna say that's just. We saying you really building a network, and anybody that understand what you're building, we know what that is. So, but that's what this is, man. Like we gotta move to the point. We gotta get to the point where we really moving. Like all of this, nigga, this inflammatory shit that we doing to each other, nigga, that shit become real. That's when I get angry. Cause I'm like, I don't got no time for that shit at this point.
No, you're right though, because see, the flip side is the other side that says if it's tough to ride, I'm gonna ride whether some in-fact niggas there or not.
Right.
And so, like, my issues with how they handled it go out the window if we got to ride.
If we got to ride, right?
You know, like nigga, what are we doing though? Like this ain't that. Y'all niggas tripping. But tell me that. Tell me what's going on.
Right.
And at the same time, you know, we gotta be able to notice the motherfucking signs too, though. Like y'all said earlier, when y'all first seen them niggas, y'all was doing what y'all was supposed to do. That motherfucker know, like, watch y'all ass. Like, don't get me wrong. To me, it was a great gesture. You know what I'm saying? But like y'all was saying and alluding to, is the reason why.
Fuck us under indictment and shit, bro. This is the moment when you need it. This is the moment when you need it. You done got yourself
did he get snatched up or was that me too?
So what black media has been friendly to impact?
What?
Meet X. Too friendly. She got stabbed in the back, nigga. She got stabbed in the back. She was too friendly.
Oh,
way too friendly.
How did they stab her in the back?
Because she was sitting there talking to an impact member at the crib, and the nigga Grandmaster Jay called him and started talking shit about her while she was sitting there. What? You know, bitch nigga shit. And she came on here and aired it.
But you know he broke
and severed the ties. So that was his number one. Like, bro, you know, she do numbers, bro. That was his number one source of media. And to be honest, that's like she got reach, bro. She got reach, nigga. That was perfect for him. And I didn't like that shit because I didn't trust him. And
what you saying is black media is already proven it's metal.
Bro, it's proven.
Yeah, black media is already proven. If it's launching, if it's basically supporting launching that's a national movement.
Grandmaster Jay only got on because of BTX and all hip hop. That was it.
Now the next question we gotta ask ourselves is: do we write out the people that may have been trusting of what you said the sister channel was called?
BTX. Oh, BTX.
BTX. Oh yeah. So it's people that's trusting of her media. Some of them, you know, that joined her. Like, but I'm looking at this situation kind of like what Suave showed. To me, it's like, you know, it's a situation where it's like, nigga, I can't say I wouldn't do the same shit. You feel me? Depending on how I've been feeling that night, you know, because his life was, you know, to him in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't like he's sitting out there brandishing a gun himself and shot him with his own gun. They got it to a tussle. You're saying like, and shit, man, it came out on the other side of it. I had family members that went through that shit. one thing I can say is I'm glad they made it through it, so I wouldn't say I wish they died. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's a situation they couldn't avoid it, obviously. That's why it happened. But I get what y'all saying about the leaders. Like, the question is for us is like, how do we deal with the people who may have felt, like they the warrior class, obviously, because they attracted to that shit, but they not getting prepared right because A9 and a few other brothers who done been in the military know what it looks like when you ready. You know what I'm saying? In the movements you gonna take before it even get to the point we see you.
They moving off of feeling and emotion though, bro. It's hard to defeat that. It's hard to beat that, man, when we got police killing niggas and getting away with it and shit like that. How does it sound to tell niggas, hey, bro, like, y'all niggas tripping, but y'all doing too much on Front Street? They call me scared and shit, bro, and a coward and shit. But I'm like, bro, you niggas going to prison the way y'all moving, nigga.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, you niggas ain't fit no community like that, but y'all going to prison.
Like, nigga, you know what? I be trying not to put my personal shit. Like, nigga, if I told y'all niggas, nigga, like on April 30th, nigga, I had a 3-hour fucking standoff on my fucking porch with the police, nigga. And I got this shit on tape. And I got this shit on tape. I'm telling you niggas, like, there are ways that you have to do this. There are ways that you have to go about doing this shit. I know this shit sound good. I don't do this shit for play, nigga.
Nigga, I just got pulled over in rural Kansas, nigga. Off in the motherfucking woods where ain't nothing but plain field on both sides. That nigga no ticket no more for real. Look, get no ticket. Stupid. Claim dummy shit.
About to get the ticket at this bill.
Bro, I ain't even getting no ticket, bro. He walked up and said, damn, man, what I do, man? What I do, officer, what I do. You know what I'm saying? Lowered his vibe right quick. Had a conversation with him. By the time he came back with my shit, but it's like, shit, man, go ahead, man. Just that next town up there though, man, don't they're not gonna be as cautious with you. You know what I'm saying? and let me slide, bro. Me and wifey looked at each other like, shit, that's what's up. No ticket, no nothing.
He probably was cool as shit, bro. He probably was cool as shit.
Bro, I asked that motherfucker. I asked him, bro, people around here, bro. He said, "Oh no, ain't no black people live around here." You know what I'm saying? But again, you gotta look. But look though, bro, you gotta lower these motherfuckers' tone though, man. It's a young white boy. You gotta walking up on no smoke. You walking up smiling and shit, bro. Like you gotta play into that,
right? Mm-hmm. Because you know they nervous. You know what I'm saying too.
Like, nigga, I'm telling you, nigga, the motherfucker showed up with the police to my house, nigga. I made the watch commander and everything come out. Like, fam.
Who showed up with them,
nigga, yeah.
I thought, man, look, I'm ready to ride out with them.
Nah, but like, y'all know what I've been going through. Everybody that, anybody that's listening know what.
Showed up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Niggas know what I've been going through. And we talking about a nigga who I'm established. I take care of my shit. My everything is paid up. All of this.
Like all my sins, you set up already.
Right. Got you though, right there, though, man. You got you.
Yeah.
I couldn't let it go, bro. My bad.
It got you right there. That was dirty. Got you.
In the shit with them.
But that just shows the attitude because that authority, right? And a motherfucker sent them on the mission, so they like, I know. I seen this picture dark as hell. I know this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, this ain't that. You just can't come over and assume the authority and think you can set me on the curb, the handcuff me while you get shit handled. Hell no. You come to my home.
Nigga, you don't even get up the stairs, nigga. You stay your ass down the stairs on the pier, nigga.
So I can get a good shot at your ass.
Nigga, I got the high ground. Don't never give me the high ground with Burner talk. So, but like Tad said though, it's a de-escalation process that you gotta go through, right? Yeah. And even when other motherfucking outside voices is trying to press, like, nah, that motherfucker definitely ain't allowed in here, nigga. This is between me and you, right? This is what we talking about. here's my fucking legal representation, here's my this, here's my that. Like, there are ways that you gotta go about doing this shit because these motherfuckers is looking for you to escalate. They're looking for a reason to call the whole fucking goon squad on your shit.
Yeah. Or to show niggas
I'm on the highway in Kansas. You got me, my nigga.
Right.
You got me, dog.
Don't think about
what you need.
Hey, what car you using?
I'm in your old state.
I want smoke, bro. Fuck that shit. Hell no.
Crazy though, but that's different, right? Because you're out. That's a legal patrol. Like we know how they target apartment complexes. You know what I'm saying? And if they find you in the black poor neighborhood out at night,
that's
the
why
majority of the time they're gonna find some reason to start an interaction with you. You know, and he pulled up.
You with a trespassing charge.
If you the local face of a movement, take your ass home.
Right.
Like, go the fuck home, bro. Like, I like the thing,
like our leaders don't even, you know what I'm saying? We don't even get the privilege of that type of shit. Nigga, you still out here handling your own business and shit. That nigga looked like he was trying to find his motherfucking papers in his car. Trying to get in the house. Yeah, trying to get in the house. But nigga, here come this goofy ass motherfucker talking about you live here. We like, nigga, why you
hey, look, and the first thing out of my mouth would have been, yes, I do live here. Here's my ID. Leave me the fuck alone.
I was the same motherfucker that shot him. That's all, man. I can wait.
Here's my ID. Leave me the fuck alone. We gotta learn that. You ain't even gotta say it like that.
How long did it take your motherfucking ass, nigga? And you was in boot camp.
Hella years, nigga. I got my ass, nigga. I got jumped by the fucking drill sergeants. I get it, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you I'm telling you what to do to avoid it, nigga.
All right, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say,
I agree.
Shit, bro. It was a time in my life I took a disorderly conduct right there, just pulling me up.
Just for talking to me.
With the bullshit,
bro. You got fucked up. I mean, if you disrespect me, then you know what I'm saying. Ain't no filter. I fuck around, go to jail, people some shit to me, but
like, don't get me wrong.
I'm trying to do shit right though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bad. I'm trying to do shit right, nigga. Now,
don't get me wrong. I ain't like y'all.
Talking that fine shit, bro. I probably fuck around, go to jail, bro. Like, I'm not on the road in Kansas either, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta, you know what I mean. You gotta try to manipulate the situation to your advantage, though. And if you can,
hell yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all what did it for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get cleaned up or whatever. And my whole family in the whip. Like, we in the SUV, whole family in the truck. Yeah. And it's an old warrant. They can't even tell me. This is what they say. They say California is a private state. We just know you got a warrant. We can't even tell you what it's for, right? Me normally is ready to spark right there. I could see in this little bitty Caucasian face that the first move I make, he just gonna shoot me. Like, he shook to the point where he's scared to even put the cuffs on me, man. I gotta calm everybody down at that point. Everybody gotta calm down, nigga. I'm not finna take them on one. I'm not finna go on a high speed with a car full of women and children. Right? So, like, when you understand living and being able to fight the case and being able to fight to the next day or whatever, nigga, that's where the shit changed. And because we are not accustomed to thinking like, nigga, I do got a future, we ready to go. We ready to just throw shit out the window at any given point in time. Nigga, we got a fucking future. Nigga, the shit is actually turning in our favor, believe it or not. It's gonna take motherfuckers like us to galvanize and fix it and make it work. Damn, man, stop being so ready to throw your whole life away over some bullshit. Now, I ain't saying that that's what happened with. I'm not saying that that's what happened with the brother tonight, or that we was talking about. But damn, man, like, these motherfuckers ain't worth it. Not at this point. They done. If you can, like, the writing on the wall, nigga, they snitching on each other. They fight with each other. It's time to galvanize, bro. God damn, man.
Not gonna cry.
There's never not no time to not do that.
No, it was a time when we should, because we didn't know.
Nah, what I mean by that, like, the work always gonna do that. Like, it ain't gonna never be a time where we can be like, we ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up though. You know, the one thing I learned with business is opportunity don't always come.
Yeah, I know. I heard
So we're not gonna always have this opportunity to galvanize. Right? This is a specific time, specific climate. Everything is right and perfect on the table for us to do what the fuck, whatever it is we saying we want to do. It's perfect. I don't know that I would have been able to conversate with y'all motherfuckers if we wasn't in this climate.
Birds.
You feel what I'm saying? Who the fuck know if Suave and fucking and Taz get along outside of the climate that we in? Who the fuck knows me and Taz and Goldmine get right? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck knows? Because we would have been too busy.
Or else, nigga. What do you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
You gonna get along?
I love you and ain't shit you can do about it.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm your motherfucking brother, nigga.
Exactly. But in the 90s, we wasn't each other brothers, nigga.
Nah, I ain't waiting for the same hood, nigga.
Nigga, you feel what I'm saying?
I ain't growing with you, nigga. Who the fuck is you?
I don't know you, nigga.
I did not go to elementary school to you too, nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we not gonna get. I don't know if we get this other opportunity ever again, bro. I'm not finna squander that shit. I'm not finna.
No, bro.
No, we ain't squandering it now. The fact that we just pointed out,
bro.
Yeah, we just pointed
like
out.
Like 90s was automatic green light, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Even the fact that we talking, nigga, we so much further than, you know what I'm saying, past generation. You feel me? Like, so, as much as we, you know, the good thing about us, we got drive as black people. You feel me? We hard on ourselves. Sometimes harder than we should be, but we hard enough to keep us progressing. You feel me? Like, but one thing we gotta remember is when good shit happens, bullshit gonna happen. You feel me? But we just gotta learn that, hey, okay, when the bullshit happens, be prepared for it. You know what I mean? Because the difference between, like you saying now, and everything that all the solutions everybody pointed out, that's the preparation that should already been cooking. Like, you should already have certain things in place to where certain factions like these should have an outlet. Even if we don't necessarily believe in what they doing, we the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have certain conversations with other people outside of that. So let them, you know, I'm gonna say it like this. Let the infantry do what the infantry do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here's the thing though, like check it out, like so like with the impact thing, I try to be cautious on who I'm doing my quote unquote call outs on. You know what I mean? Like I ain't, you know what I mean? Because I don't believe I'm supposed to be out here calling out any black person or any black group that I questionable. But I think if you risk to everybody and you a threat to everybody, I'm not my part in not calling you out. So I agree. And like I gotta be able to put my personal opinion to the side. But like in that impact shit, for example, bro, I would never direct nobody in that direction.
No, I get why you spoke out though too. I get why you spoke out too though, Taz. Like I think about it like this. I'm always on some we at war at all times, and you got to use plantation strategies. If one nigga run away on the plantation, guess what? Everybody that's left get their motherfucking ass beat if not killed. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I seen that group as a runaway group, then I'm like, nigga, they about to get some niggas fucked up, if not themselves. You feel me? So
right.
I hear you, but what's the chances that this is massive goddamn eye in the sky? Like that's damn near what I'm always looking out for. Is this the nigga that Massive put up to watch me? Have y'all ever seen the show Underground that used to be on? Nigga, like
I heard about it.
Yeah, they had this motherfucker on there. Yeah, they had a nigga named Kato that was a dirty motherfucker. And so I'm like, is this the next Cato, nigga? Is this hopping by, nigga? I got all my rocks, boss.
But you know what? Hey, now you own me something because, like, just like everything else, the scriptures, the present to a blessing, the gift. I feel like a lot of the people that feel compelled to be leaders now, the cloud chasing motherfuckers, they tend to be weaponized against us for freedom. Like, you know, just like they'll be like, man, some people feel like, you know, a lot of they mates that they chose with basically like agents against them because they against everything they want to do, right? So I feel like that's what's going on with a lot of the motherfuckers who feel the need to be like, I'm the leader, I'm this, I'm that. These motherfuckers tend to be the motherfuckers that's gonna be weaponized against us, but it's so easy to do because, like you said earlier, you know, we get occupied. So a lot of the things that we adhere to, we like sheep in the fucking pasture. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then it be one rebellious ass sheep that they make go out in the front. And this motherfucker think he the leader. And all the while he's going the direction them motherfuckers want him to take it. You know what I'm saying? So
see, and you know what? I agree, Gold. You know what? Let me add to that matter of fact. The only thing that I think that's lacking in that area is not being able to identify who's who though.
Man, right.
Like we did a better job of identifying people, bro. Like I think less people would even try that shit. So like because right now I think it's a money grab. It's okay to be black. You can monetize being black. You know what I'm saying? It was a time like that, and people fucking it up now. So now it's like what they've monetized as blackness is some shit that I can't even stand by. But where the money is for even being like pro-black, there's a cutout for what you're supposed to be as pro-black. You know, it's not, you can't be your own person and be pro-black. There's a cutout that already got a follow. You know what I'm saying? Monetize
it. That's a good ass point, bro. Yeah. That's a good ass point. And I think now we gotta adopt the principle of you gonna know me by my love. Notice what both of y'all just said. Like, go, you was like, fuck that, nigga. I'ma love you whether you want me to or not. Taz was like, nigga, I'm your brother, whether you want me to be or not. Like, that's what it's gotta be at this point. Like, nigga, I fucks with you. All the bullshit aside, I fuck with you. If I can't help you, I ain't gonna hurt you. Right? If you not on that, if you ain't on that, I can't fuck with you at this point.
My only problem right now still though is if I see you hurting other people, I'm gonna drill your.
I gotta drill your ass. But that's love though. Accountability too. But that's love. Love also show accountability though.
Yeah. You hurt somebody else, nigga. You're bad. You might fight, nigga. Like,
right, niggas. Right.
Right. Fuck up.
We don't hurt each other no more, but it's over, nigga. Like you said, that was the 90s, nigga.
Yeah, the underline that we don't like often mention in these conversations is like somebody gotta tell these motherfuckers, you trying to destroy the trap house. Like we live here as a people, but let's not get it too. This shit is a business. And it's business as usual. You feel me? If you know how to get your hands in, you can get you some brands and create a legacy for your motherfucking family. But be planning to move the fuck around at some time. Don't be here stuck all the time. Have an option. You feel me? Because this type of shit ain't gonna stop fucking happening. It ain't gonna stop happening. You don't know when the next time your ass gonna be pissed the fuck off and you might try it.
But we got the other state before. We got a global marketplace though now, go.
Well, yeah. Like, if I say you gotta be ready to move around, have them options.
Yeah. Like we need to become like when my seed is saying, like, she like, yo, I'm going to school for international business. I'm finna learn these languages and we finna move around international. She like, you got the finance shit, I got the international shit. You hear me? Like that's what's been bred into her. That's what's been forced into her, right? So it's like, nigga, we are a global fucking movement at this point. I'm listening to comedic cats talking about all this shit that's all around the globe. I'm listening to Israelites. I'm listening to atheists. I'm listening to Black First Movement. Everybody's got different African, European, fucking Arabic, all these different connections. China, fucking Australia. Look at Ireland. Contacts.
We got floods.
That's what I'm saying. So the motherfucker that figured out how to galvanize that shit, man. Like, that's the nigga.
That's the problem right now. That's what it's all about. Bullshit. If you galvanize the people with the same old rhetoric, bro, it's still there. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
I found another word, man. That shit sounds too close to my name, bro.
What's that? What is that?
Galvanized. You don't like that?
No, rhetoric.
Okay.
That shit sounds too close to my name. Was like, man, I'll be like, oh, nigga, find another word.
I don't know another word to use right now. It's the same empty, like it's just this empty truck going down the highway, bro.
Oh, what that other shit niggas be saying, motherfucking, when a motherfucker
rhetoric
keep on broken
rhetoric, nigga.
You shut your country ass up. You country man, nigga. What's up with it, man? But nah, bro, some real shit though, like, I was channeling them niggas earlier. I was saying, like, it's time to, do X, Y, Z, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the brothers and even the sisters that join that situation, they feel like niggas time. You feel me? Like, what is you know what I'm saying? What's the next move? Just like anybody would be in any situation. Like, no matter what kind of faction you in, when some shit happens, one of y'all get attacked, you want to see how the group is going to react when one of y'all get attacked. Like, because otherwise, it's like, why are we doing this shit? Like, the only reason why motherfuckers be a part of a group so they can be protected as well as to progress. You feel me? So, with that being said, if I get attacked and I see there's no protection, nigga, I feel like I ain't no use in being with this shit, so ain't gonna be no progression. You feel me? Like, nigga ain't gonna have my back. Like, nigga, I'm doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing. I would think that nigga probably thinking like, oh, these motherfuckers just, they took the leader down, supposedly, because I think that nigga able to. But they took him down. Nah, for real, bro. Because some shit, like, some shit, we all.
We
don't do that shit. Like, come on, bro.
What I miss about
yeah, come on, step on in the church. Step on in the church.
They took his dumb ass.
I thought he got out of jail.
Yeah, they still took him down, nigga.
But the
he wasn't never supposed to go to jail.
Yeah,
he wasn't never supposed to go to jail.
He was. He was supposed to go to jail because his ego is preceding him too much. Like you said, they gotta do this shit right. Like, you gotta come in. Come on, bro. You can't come in talking that shit to the people like he was talking, bro. I knew, like, it's only a matter of time for you get
the court case is still ongoing or what?
Man, client, go look
his
this
case
shit
still
up, nigga.
They got.
You made me say that shit.
Did you see what they had? Did you see what they charged him with?
Assaulting an officer.
Yeah, they was up on the roof, and he pointed his gun in that direction, and they charging him for that shit, bro. Some petty shit.
Right. So that's still ongoing.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
See, lucky they ain't far from the chop on his. Them motherfuckers be looking for a reason to shoot your ass.
But it was bullshit because he wasn't trying to like just for the spray some shit or some shit. Like, they on some fake shit. Real.
I thought that nigga got down in the stomach.
I mean, but it's
lifted his gun up and looked.
He ain't let that bitch loose at their ass though. Is what I'm saying though. He didn't.
I ain't gonna wait. You feel me though? If you raise your gun up and ain't let this shit, I gotta wait.
Right, but see, that's what I'm saying. The fact that the police didn't shoot him to me means they were never threatened.
Or he worked with them.
Right, but they were never. But what I'm saying is they were never threatened. If this is a protest and you got a dude out there pointing a gun at you, y'all shoot. You'll never convince me that y'all wasn't going to shoot at a
I'm shooting, my nigga.
They probably told him that's how he get out. Like, you know how they say, this your cue to get out when you need to get out.
That's scary, bro. Because that's what I thought initially. That's scary. Because you saying that, but that's what I thought. Like, yeah, they trying to get this nigga out the line of fire.
I tell you,
well, he's
put their hands on you, shoot him in the head one time. Climb. Get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you can go. That nigga going to prison, bro.
I don't even see that.
That nigga going to prison, bro, for that shit, bro. That nigga could have been at home sleep tonight, bro. Like you do some dumbass shit, bro. Like you fuck your whole life up like that, bro. Like I ain't gonna tell nobody no shit like that, bro. For real, you whip that motherfucker ass, but
you just said if a cop disrespect you with words,
yeah, they
you ain't got no pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I want to say, bro.
This gun and shot you in the face.
He'll be
That's a good point, man.
Because I ain't pulling out on no cop first, bro.
Yeah, because I mean,
the
Cops say he gonna kill you. Like, oh, this your day to die,
bro. I'm not pulling out on no police first. Period. No,
I heard what you said. Like, because you know the crazy thing about it is like we seen countless of times, this shit be the other way around, where the motherfuckers complying, he's doing overdoing shit, and they still shoot him.
Still shoot Terrence Crutcher.
Yeah, like so. I you know what I was thinking in my head. I was thinking in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, please don't let me be in this situation, because if the scenario is beginning to play out like the other scenarios, I'm gonna grab my shit first. I'm sorry. I'm not going out like that. Now, I'm getting locked up, and then that's why I said I hope I don't be in that situation. And that's what you're seeing right there. There's no way. Like, okay, Taz, would you let if he wasn't a police officer, right? Would you let a man come up to you?
Hey, this shit on video, bro.
Yeah. I can't find it. That's what I said. It ain't even in the news.
Yeah, we just watched it
in the show.
I wasn't here, bro. I was on the road. I wasn't here, bro. I've been out the loop.
They're not gonna show the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but somebody got some of it. Let me.
Yeah. It's like a piece of the clip. They got a piece of the clip up into the point where I believe the shots were fired.
Right. Let me see if I can scroll back on this show and put it up. Cool, we just watched it earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a videotape or none of that, though.
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down.
I said a videotape like niggas out here still recording with camcorders.
Stop. Come on now. Don't do this.
It's a video.
That right there, bro. No, bro. No, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, you're not playing with me like that, bro.
Hold on. Go back. Look, I wasn't.
Bro, he got his hands on. He got both his hands on. You gonna grab no man by his shoulder, bro?
Mind you, pause it, right? He didn't do nothing. The motherfuckers wasn't calling on him. Ain't nobody calling and say, well, this is this car out there that looks suspicious. He decided for whatever reason to go up to his car.
And he walking up with a flashlight in his face, off right as hell. That's a commando light.
And he already got the spotlight on him. Like he pulled up.
He can't see what.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, he's parked. We're not like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Play that shit, bro.
How's it going?
Bro, look how white that dark skin dude is.
Sit down. Sit.
Be quiet.
You sit down. I'll talk to you. Stop. How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down.
He giving away his.
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Go ahead and say what you gotta say, bro. So I can play it.
I was gonna say it looked as if I was a cop. I'd be thinking he trying to hide something in the car for getting out of it, so I don't go to the car.
You a cop. That's how you get your paycheck.
Let's go, Swab.
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit. Sure. You sit down. I'll talk to you. Stop. Come on now. Don't do this. Sit down. Why are you asking me do I live here? Do you live here? Yes or no? What's going on though? Who? Probably something. No, back up. Stop.
Yeah, bro. I don't see nothing he did wrong.
Stop. Come on now.
Yeah, he think the police officer.
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
Sure. Come on now. Come on now.
Don't do this. Sit down.
Why you asking me do I live here?
Do you live here? Yes or no? What's going on though?
What did you say, Tim?
No, back up.
What did they find in the car?
Stop.
They don't know. He got forgot it. He shot him. He ain't got the car.
Oh, they never. Oh yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, this a wrap, bro. It's all bad. Yeah, he fucked up, bro. Whatever he had on him, it must have been working.
I wouldn't say he had nothing. Nigga, I wouldn't even
yeah.
say he had nothing on him. Like I said, motherfucker already tried to
I'm
kill
a
him.
nigga, bruh. I ain't no reason to be that defensive, bruh, unless you gotta be.
No, Tess.
No. This is what I'm saying.
So that's what I was about to ask you. If it was a regular motherfucker, not a police officer, walking up to you like that, what would you do?
You over with. It's over with.
Nigga, I ain't got to hide nothing from a regular motherfucker.
I'm just saying, what would you do? No, I'm just saying, like, you in your car is a nigga like, yo, like, yeah, what you doing out here? And walking up to you.
That is a low-level question, so.
No, I'm just asking.
I ain't gotta hide nothing from nobody else.
No, I don't know why you saying he hiding.
It's why he don't even. He said it's a low level question, but he don't even get what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah, the thing is, we gotta put it in context, bro.
I pulled a strap on a nigga before I will the police, bro.
But you gotta understand the context. You gotta take you out of it. We gotta keep it right where it's at. He's an NFC member. He's had plenty. They put it on the news. He's had plenty of violent run-in with the cops, not charges stemming from those run-ins. So he's an activist protester who's red, black, and green, you know, extremist, all of that, who's had multiple run-in with these cops. So when this cop just pull up on him and walk up on him, he thinking, I'm between my car and this cop. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him. I didn't see him hiding nothing. I see the dude like, man, let me get up out my car, close the door.
And then too, like the procedure.
You said what, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like how the cop is supposed to handle these type of situations.
He handled it the way he's supposed to handle it.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
I don't know what part niggas want to
in light of all this shit that happened. All this shit. In light of all this shit that happened.
I'm just asking, bro, what was he supposed to do? Maybe I ain't saying something, bro. Yeah, maybe I'm not seeing.
No. Like what I would have did, I would have backed up. If I was a police officer, I would have backed up, and I'd have been like, "Yo, look, I'm just because it wasn't no reason. Nobody called him. No, he decided to go over there. You know what I'm saying? So I would have been like, "Yo, I was just saying what you was doing over here. That's all. You know what I'm saying?" And then on some real shit, I wouldn't even approach them like that. I wouldn't even approach them like, yo, I'm just seeing what. I'd have been like, yo, how you doing? Like, how you doing? Everything good? I would approach you like that. I wouldn't even say nothing like, I think he's suspicious. I wouldn't did none of that shit.
I wouldn't even
I'd have been like, yo,
car,
how you doing? Like, everything good over there? He'd have been like, yeah, everything good. And I'd have kept it moving.
I don't know. I didn't ask you what you would do if you were the police, though.
No. We was talking in the context of how he handled the situation. So that's why I was saying how I would have handled the situation.
Right, but how do police officers, the ones that we have now, handle the situation, though?
They handle it in different ways. They handle it in different ways. You see it on camera. There's different ways they handle these type of situations.
Right, and so when you have one walking up who says, "Come on, man, it ain't got to be like that. Just sit back down."
He didn't say that. He ain't saying that. That's the other dude saying that.
That was the black man.
That's what the black dude said.
The black dude said, "Come on, man, don't do this, bro. Don't do this."
No. The cop said, "Sit down."
For what?
Yeah, like a dog. Yeah, like a dog.
He pushed him
like a dog.
Yeah, like he's walking towards him.
Y'all
niggas crazy. Y'all niggas crazy, bro. I can't
you ain't got no business rolling up on me, bro. And you ain't got no business putting no spotlight.
You assuming that? You assuming that he was on the run? But he's on the run down.
I'm telling you, he's on the run down.
Yeah, he's on the run down. Yeah, but you assume that he was doing some criminal activity.
I assume he was dirty because of how he behaved. Yes, absolutely. Yes, there's no reason, bro, to do that. That is fake activism. If you call that activism,
you are remedial, nigga.
Nigga, let it be you next time. Keep talking, nigga. Because I don't give a fuck.
I mean, even in a normal situation, like even a white cop, I know in Philly, they don't be doing that extra shit.
Talk that shit to the police, nigga. Don't talk that shit to me.
I'm saying it directly to you, nigga.
Right, I hear you. But I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. You another in-fact dummy. Go take your dumb ass out there and shoot a police officer and take your ass to jail too. Since you niggas don't so goddamn much.
In self-defense, I certainly would. Multiple times.
What was he defending himself from?
Shoot him one time.
What was he defending himself from?
From an officer
From the
of the law.
wait. He's defending himself from the possibility of being killed.
No, he's
Hey, slow down
defending.
for a second.
That's correct.
No, that's
Hold
why
on
I
for a
said,
second.
Taz, y'all gotta listen
That's
to
what they say.
Look, ain't no way, ain't no
like
reason to
hear-
speculate,
We
bro.
don't like to hear other people's opinions.
No, bro, because y'all like to try to
I'm
drag it.
Suave. I'm talking to Taz.
I know, but
Hey,
I'm
Taz,
talking
nigga,
to
I
the
ain't
whole
talking.
panel that act like they want the
in
information, but want to make it up. What I'm saying is the dude mobbed up on him. So I'm getting up. When you sit up here and put your hands on me talking about no, sit back down,
Right.
and I stop.
And in
I
court,
stop
the
my
police
actions.
always say, I fear for
Hold
my
on,
life.
bro.
Yeah, you go
I
to
stop
jail.
my actions. I say, yo, what's up? What is this about? You ain't got to do this. He reached for his radio call for backup. Dude said, hell no. Closed his car door. Now, dude trying to tussle with him. The dude back. Now, I'm saying, at this point, the officer is going for his gun. Dude beat him on the drum. Boom. But we got to wait to see if that comes out. But to me, that looks self-defense.
How?
Because the officer called this, said, the officer rolled up on this dude in his parking lot, approached him, closed off his area, didn't explain to him what was about. The nigga didn't have no call giving him jurisdiction over him. It's a private motherfucking apartment complex. You ain't even hired to patrol this motherfucker, and you reach for your gun. Pop.
Right. So I mean, I'm trying to make it right for you. So are we saying he stood his ground against the police?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. If it take a
No,
phrase.
it's not sure. It's not sure. If we're giving him a scenario where he's going to get out,
If it takes a phrase, yeah, I'm definitely standing my ground.
Yeah.
I'm definitely standing my ground. You approach my space.
That's a self-defense argument.
So now we're back to that gun he was hiding, right?
He wasn't hiding it.
He what?
No. Hiding it from who?
From the police when he walked up.
He shot the police with his gun.
No, he wasn't hiding it. Look at his hand. No, bro. He had a phone.
What the fuck was he doing? This
bro,
nigga was
listen,
doing
bro.
And then hid it from the police.
Man,
he shot the police with his gun. He went and got his gun out of the apartment.
I'm making the point that
come on, why we just can't get to the facts, bro? Why play with his goddamn emotions? The dude had a phone. The dude had a phone in his hand. He has a phone in his hand. He's standing up with the phone in his hand.
I didn't see him reaching under the seat. Wait, I didn't see him reaching under the seat.
No.
Play it again, bro. Play it again.
Okay.
Yeah, play it again. Because he looks like he's still in the gun.
Yeah, sure. But he don't look suspicious to me. It's a person sitting in the car. And once the cop roll up, put his spotlight on him, his antennas is going up. He's on alert mode now. That's what you see. Why the fuck is this motherfucker putting up on me with a spotlight and getting out and walking up on me? That's not, I'm hiding. That's what the fuck is finna happen to me. Mo, here, I'll play it though.
That's what the police do.
Yeah, but that don't mean the police right. That's my point. This should be an example of what should happen to the police when they break protocol because that person is being used.
Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
Nothing up under the seat. Now look at him. Look at him from the beginning. He looking like, man. Look, lean to the left. He leaned to the left.
How's it going? Do you live here?
He's not up under the seat. You can look at his shoulders. His shoulders ain't hunched. He ain't up under the seat or nothing. He just sitting there,
bro.
Do you live here? What's going on,
bro? It's not in view.
Look.
Now it is. Now I can see it.
See what I'm saying? Like this when he walked up on, dude, look, got his phone in his hand, like, what's up, bro?
All right, play it out. Let me see.
What's going on? Sit down. Sit.
What's going on? You should be telling me what's going on.
Sit down. I'll talk to you.
Sir.
Come on now. Come on now. Don't do this. Sit down. Why are you asking me do I live here? You live here, yes or no? What's going on, though? Who? Charlie, something. No, back up. Stop, man.
Yo, he had all the opportunity to tell him what the situation was.
Man, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yo.
That was
I ain't got the opportunity to like, yo, I was just, I'm just roaming the neighborhood, and I just was
But I wouldn't even approach him like that, and that's another problem. I wouldn't even
We
approach
gotta
him
deal
like
with it for what it is, though, brother. We not the officer.
You know what I mean? It's like yo,
Just over there on bullshit, fucking with people though. That's not uncommon.
But that don't make
When
it
the police
right.
call,
That don't make it
bro,
right.
you telling me when you
That's something that you said it was for.
But that
He
don't
got
make it
killed
right.
because he fucked with people for no reason.
Look, to me, basically, because I thought his hand was under the seat. Now I saw it. It was in front of him. It wasn't under the seat. He had his phone in his hand. I saw it. It still doesn't mitigate not allowing that motherfucking officer to do his job, dog. They don't mitigate that.
That's not his job.
Right
bro.
now, like, he's in the clear, bro. He's in the clear. He ain't done nothing wrong. It looked like his hand was under the seat at first. So I pull that back. I take all that back.
Most of the people that get killed like that haven't done anything wrong, bro.
Right. But then he did something wrong. You can't decide that it's okay. Well, fucking, I ain't about to listen to this shit, bro. You about to call back up? Or I'm out. I mean, how the fuck are you fucking serious?
That would be the issue.
Yes.
When people abuse their power.
Facts. If it was a group of people there, if
Yeah,
the black man was,
that's what the issue is. If they constantly abuse their
Y'all,
power.
wait a minute, man.
It's hard for me to now trust
So
you.
you can just tell the police, you ain't calling for backup for me. I'm out.
No, that's not what he
You
did.
niggas crazy.
No, that's not what he did. He said, "Bag up, bro. You got me trapped in between my car and you, bro. Get the fuck up off me." Then when he called for backup,
you're not in position to say none of that, though, bro.
Yes, the fuck you are.
Okay.
Yes, the fuck you are. Nobody called you. I'm not an alert. Nobody called you to me. You deem me suspicious from what?
Right, because he can.
Anytime a
police officer just can't do that.
What they say.
Police just can't
have the ability to do that.
I mean, and the thing is, I feel you, Swab, but what Chaz is saying is that the reality of the situation is when officers feel like they don't have shit under control, when they escalate it because of that, it always look bad on the person that they escalated it on. It's never gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and again, this is just how we know fucking society operates. Why didn't he just comply? If he wasn't doing anything wrong, why didn't? And I'm not saying that a nigga should have to go through that type of shit. I'm not even saying that justifies that that's how it is. But we know dealing with the police is a zero-sum game.
Yeah, I don't got no problem
So
with that. But when somebody alludes saying let him do his job, that's not his job. He's overstepping his boundaries at this point.
No, that's his job, bro.
And just because
he ain't overstepping his boundaries, bro. If he's patrolling within his jurisdiction, that's not against his job, bro. This is the latitude, bro. Listen, this is the latitude that they're given as police officers, bro. Like what we call just fucking with somebody. That's the latitude they're given as police officers. I don't even disagree with you completely, but you got to remember, as a police officer, these motherfuckers get drug busts like that. They catch warrants like that. This is just a bad one. This is the wrong guy.
They go to jail like that too.
Yeah,
they get
sued like that.
The police go to jail like that with this.
I don't know about them getting sued, but I know they get
When have they went to jail for that?
I don't know about going to jail
all the time, every day.
I know they get sued,
But
though.
I mean,
Improper stops, all of that shit. Because for one, it's an apartment complex. Police don't patrol.
When it escalates.
Police don't patrol apartment complex. That's what, apartment complex, higher security. Police patrol public streets.
That's Florida too, bro.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is say it's a high crime area, nigga.
Yeah, now that's another thing. If they do that, it's a high crime area, this, that, and the other, you know that right there. I give you that too. I give you that. But none of that has come out. From the evidence that I'm seeing now.
Don't trust motherfuckers, bro. Like, they're not going to give him a fair shake.
Definitely would have said that.
They're not going to give a black man a fair shake. So you can't be the man sticking your chest out in the middle of the night on a street in Florida, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Things like this, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but things like this is what lay ground to us being treated fairly these ways. Things like this, where it gets to get slowed down and looked at.
This would lead to that motherfucker.
Opposite.
Right, this would lead to that motherfucker hopping out with the strap in hand already, nigga.
Exactly, because look, I had a situation.
I was racially profiled the most during my time in Oklahoma. You feel me? Like even all the way up in Illinois, bro. I got pulled over on some shit. Nigga, license was suspended and shit. Nigga, the motherfucking Illinois police was like, here, you can ride in the front seat. I'll take you to an ATM, pay the little bond or whatever, just come to court. Yeah, I done had some nice ass interactions with police, but in Oklahoma, nigga, I'm walking across my apartment complex to go to a gas station that's literally on the other side of the motherfucking parking lot. I get 2 steps outside of my apartment. I see a police officer. I look over to the right. We make eye contact, and immediately I'm like, fuck. Mind you, I'm on foot. As soon as I take a couple steps out onto the actual pavement, he hit them lights. Got me standing out there in the middle of the fucking parking lot, lights blaring and all that shit, right? I asked him straight up, nigga. Like, yo, you got any, you know what I'm saying, issue or any reasonable cause? Like, am I suspicious in any way? He's like, nah, but we got a report that somebody was breaking in the cars. I'm like, well, you just saw me walk out of my apartment. You just saw that. Yeah. You feel me? So, like, do you think I'm breaking in the cars?
Get back up on your mic, bro.
He tell me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just sound like
we hear you, but it seemed like it got
prison call
distorted.
Yeah. You know, these headphones be fucking up. He tell me he don't think I've been breaking in the cars. He's like, no, I don't think you're breaking in the cars. I'm like, well, damn, am I free to go? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, even though he stopped me right there. Nigga said, look, we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. I can just throw you in the back of the car. And then do everything I need to do like that. You feel me? And then it was my girlfriend, it was my wife, my girl at the time. She was like, just stop, just shut up. Cause like me and her fighting too, so I'm ready to get in this nigga ass. She like, no, shut up. And he really like, listen, I can fuck you up and just throw you in the back. Let me just run your shit and, you know what I mean, be gone. So it's like, these niggas violate protocol all the fucking time.
I get all that, but what I'm saying is that
all the fucking time. But let me say this and you got it. So let me say this and you got it. I could have been that nigga. Like, bro, you told me, you said, oh, you don't think I was doing nothing wrong. Da, da, da. You feel me? Right. But that would have been that would have turned out bad for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I feel like niggas be taking principled stances about shit to be like, yeah, like fuck this shit. You know what I mean? And then end up turning something that could be easily, you know what I'm saying, like passed up, like moved through, and turn it into some shit like this.
Yeah, everybody. It's like you know.
The point is that it's not legal for them to see that.
I mean, you just heard Domo say that he had to over acquiesce to the police, even when the police was being an asshole. That's the problem. That's what will lead to a situation like this happening.
Right, but if you're an activist, you have to have the mindset of knowing that you can't.
It's people like that think that humans are the law. They're not the law. That's why that man got killed. Got shot in the
Hold on. Let's get one point out at one time, bro. Let's get one point out at a time.
Oh, yeah,
please. Taz, claim, blue. Instead of all 3 points at the same time, which never works. Go ahead.
Go, blue.
Right.
Blue just got here. Let Blue get it.
Go ahead.
I'm not muted, bro.
Claim, go ahead.
Okay, so my point is that these people are not the law. They enforce the law. So when you violate somebody's rights, then they have every right to defend their life because they're in fear of their life. They have guns on them, and they're willing to use it at any second. And they're so scared, they'll pull it super fast and kill you on the spot. So instead of being killed, he killed the man.
Yeah, see, I don't do that fake bro shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many incidents of black people complying and dying for you to be non-compliant and think you're gonna live.
Right. I mean, because even with what you're saying, Clay, like in principle, what you're saying is correct. But the way that society, and like specifically the U.S. government or whatever, like the government in Florida, they gonna respond to that nigga as if he killed the law itself.
Right.
So like we can sit back and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he had a right to do that. The state of Florida gonna decide that though. And in most cases, since the state of Florida empowered that police officer to carry out the shit that they empowered him to carry out, then they gonna respond to him like, you got in the way of what we told him to do.
He's not allowed to do that. They didn't tell him to do just run up on random people.
But they did though.
I don't care
what. Then that's why they go to jail for that and get sued.
But that's part of the problem. Then
it doesn't matter what
maybe if they want to be honest, like because it's a conflict. I mean, we can't avoid the conflict aspect of this shit. Like at what point is going to be enough? Is what I'm trying to say. Because I mean, we're going to keep on seeing it. Like looking at that, and then Domo breaks it down all the time. Like, from the psychological standpoint of having to watch the unarmed black man comply and then still get shot, man. And so
I have to see it to use that scenario though. That scenario we just watched.
No. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if then we go about it even after that. We go about it even after that. I mean, the worst we do is looting. So at what point we'll be like, okay, this is enough. We tried to do it this way. We tried to do it this way. Shit ain't working. And so you got some niggas that say, well, shit. That happened to me. And I'm in that situation. I'm not gonna, allow that shit to go down like that. That's what's coming in some niggas' minds. Now maybe when that shit actually happens, they just comply and But some niggas,
that does not make
that's what when they say no justice, no peace, that's what that really means. That's what that really means. It really means that like when you keep on violating somebody, that eventually they're gonna respond. That's just human nature. So he was just that wrong mother. You say, don't mess with the wrong motherfucker. The right motherfucker, really the wrong motherfucker. He just rests with the right motherfucker at the right time.
And just because people are used to cops doing stuff doesn't make it protocol. It becomes your own personal protocol with police. But people who know the law and have a reputation with police, they don't get you.
And I'm not saying what Domo and what Taz saying is wrong in the grand scale of things.
No, that
like in terms of how they're going to respond to that one situation, that's going to justify them shooting like 20 more motherfuckers.
I mean, to me,
but that goes to show you that there's a conflict. That is like that is like it's like they're over now. It's like the manhunt. All the police officers from all over other counties is now coming to look for this one man. And this is like, come on, bro. Like,
I think the brother had one of the worst days of his life right now. And on top of that, you know what I mean? I think he was fearing for his life. I think we gotta ask though, can we guarantee that brother was getting ready to make it home to his family after this altercation? And then we gotta ask too, when is it okay for a civilian to feel for his life?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The dude, when the dude, a police officer just can't tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you, and you gotta comply. You have to know that. You have to know that, bro. That's just point blank. Now,
I don't think none of that matters.
Yeah, now I was about to say, now, does that transition into a perfect community? No. But this is just one of those situations. Most of the situations go with black people reducing themselves to something that they shouldn't be reduced to. And it's worth it to some of them. Some of them get up, go home, and beat the shit out of their wives. They can misdirect their anger. What I'm saying is this is one of those situations where a motherfucker had a past with this experience. A motherfucker knew what was up. And he's saying, listen, when you rolled up on me and put your spotlight on me, I'm already looking at you like, what the fuck is you doing? Then when you jump out and come across the car, now I'm looking like, man, what's up? Then you walk directly up on me. He didn't say nothing, bro. He walked, bro. It don't matter how hard it is to swallow, bro. It like all of that is fine and dandy. But you can't just sit up here and say this man looks suspicious. He was reaching in his car. The motherfucker. No, that nigga was approached, put in a situation where he knows better, and he took the proper motherfucking action. Now, yeah, whatever y'all want to do to me, y'all gonna do to me. But this is gonna stop. This is gonna stop. You can't just walk up on me while I'm in my apartment complex. I'm 20 feet away from my children and my girl. Sitting in my car and you pull up with a spotlight on some Iraq shit. Spotlight, armed, walk up on me. You know what type of climate we in. If I know it, I know you know it as a trained police
and that's what I was saying.
So when you walk up on me, you walk all the way up on me, close enough to put your hand on my shoulder. You didn't get up and say, hey, bro, let me holler at you. Step out the car and say, yo, bro, can I holler at you? You mobbed up on this nigga like a motherfucker said, hey,
he didn't even say that. Like,
right here.
What's the problem?
You replied to this shit like it was a phone
like, yo, all that grabbing and touching shit, yo, that's good.
And then the dude stopped after he grabbed him. He stopped like, bro, what's up? This ain't gotta be it, man. What are you? What's up? Just tell me. And he ignored him like, nigga, fuck you. Let me get back up. And dude said, oh, hell no, not again.
Doing dirty, bro. He was finna doing that.
It'll be a better conversation when your emotions are out of it, you know.
It's not emotions. I'm only
I think, like I said earlier, it's a zero-sum game. Even when you're dealing with the fucking police, we live in a police state. When you're dealing with a police state, it don't matter if you do the right thing or do the wrong thing. The outcome end up being the fucking same. Jail or death. Whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing.
I can see him getting off on this.
He couldn't even make it. That he ain't making it home. That's what's fucked up. If whether
he could, I can't guarantee.
Well, yeah, he would be at. He would have to put his. He would have to be at the mercy of the police officer. You know,
right? But if you clean, and you consider yourself to be an activist,
clean argument,
and you consider yourself to be an activist, you're supposed to be fighting for this the right way.
What is the right way?
Now,
what is the right way? Explain the right way.
Where them pussy ass impact niggas at? That's why I'm gonna blame they ass in the morning. If this the right way, then why claim pussy ass on here talking instead of out there getting him one? The fuck you mean it's the right way?
And I'm asking you what is the right way.
The brother Othal didn't walk up on the police officer like you're telling people to do. The police officer walked up on him.
Bro, listen, I'll give you every video. He was defending himself, no matter what.
And said, what are you doing at your own apartment complex?
He never verified it. No, he verified that it was an apartment complex. Don't add shit to it. He didn't verify that. He never said that, which is a problem.
So what?
For me, it would be
they're not allowed to just.
If he says I'm at home,
you think what the police officer did was legal? That's why you're arguing and defending the police officer's actions.
I'm not the one on the run.
He's not defending the police officer's actions.
No, he's just saying the best way you can handle the situation without a conflict.
Nigga, fuck that police nigga. He's a dumbass rookie nigga because he ain't killed that motherfucker. What you talking about, nigga?
You see?
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all I'm hearing them clearly.
Nah,
he had ass, nigga.
Bro. Because
you keep saying on here celebrating nigga who can't even complete a drill, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
You keep saying like what they allowed to do, right? That question of like what's legal and what's allowed is only goes so far as it's enforcement. That's why, nigga, when niggas talk about policing the fucking police, nigga, that's what that shit is. We can say they're not supposed to do that. Who gonna tell them they're not? Who gonna be like?
I'm gonna tell you. The answer to your question is the watch commander. Anon just fucked that out. He said he had a 3-hour standoff and called the watch commander. That's the police that you call on the police.
Now, okay.
Now, how does the watch commander enforce whether or not they actually going above or going too far in terms of their interaction with you?
Nah, it's better to deal with a white shirt.
The answer to your question is that they know the law better than the city police, because the watch commander is the sheriff.
And the nigga was an amputee.
Is a deputy. The watch commander is a deputy. So they know the law better than the city police, and they say you're.
What you say, Swab? You was an amputee?
So you need to back,
hold on, let
back
Clay
down
make
right
this
now.
goddamn point. Go ahead, Clay.
I mean, why is it a goddamn point?
Because it just sounds like a drag on sentence. I'm waiting on. I just
the
came
only
to
way is dragging on.
No, I just want you to finish. I said finish it, brother, please.
Well, why are you talking then?
You asked me why is it a damn sentence. I just go ahead, finish it, brother.
He said the watch commander is more knowledgeable in the law of the
they tell him to stand down. That's my second point. I'm telling them that the watch commander
so why your man say do that
over the rookie?
So why your man say call for a white shirt? So why your man say sit down and say get a white shirt out here?
Can you get a supervisor? Yeah.
So it's okay for y'all to just keep ranting.
No, nigga, I'm asking you a legitimate question.
That's why this is the worst nigga to talk to, bro.
No, that's what I be saying, man. Just let him say what he's saying, bro. Stop getting into conversations. The nigga only had one point, and then y'all question the point, and now here we are.
Get out of my fucking league. Get out of my fucking league.
Man, what are we looking at right here, man? What the fuck is this?
This is why he's in fear for his life. He's already had an attempt on his motherfucking life. The nigga stapled all the way up his goddamn middle. The nigga got zippers. And on top of that,
the police did that to him?
No, I didn't get the backstory on it. But all I know is that he damn near died.
A person with a gun.
If police,
right. Okay.
If the police,
so you just killed his argument.
If the police would have did it, that would have even only escalated. But the fact that
would make it perfect. That would make this scenario perfectly fine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
that would change everything. If the police shot you and you stapled up from that nigga, and the police walked up on you and this shit happened, I got you.
Yeah.
But if a nigga shot that, you know what I'm saying, that don't.
And on top of that,
you're a fucking Israelite though. What the fuck, like why the fuck would I try to compete with an Israelite? It's like,
getting shot is getting shot. I don't give a fuck if it's a police officer, the motherfucking nigga down the street.
Right.
I don't want that shit happening again.
On top of that, he's an amputee. And hold on, let me see. Where is that shit?
Amputee, Israelite, impact member.
Y'all niggas.
Hold on. Let me clear this point. Right
that's why niggas fucked up out here now. Listen to dumb shit. That's why that nigga out here on the run now.
Let me get this point out here, bro. So the dude,
at least he alive.
Fuck it.
Now,
better to be on the run. At least you could.
I think the best thing for him and the industry.
Orlando Castile was reaching for his permit for his gun and got shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, please don't compare your idiot buddy to Orlando Castile.
And you know, so
please don't do that.
What we know on a much broader scale.
Please don't compare your idiot fucking friend who just tussled with the police for no fucking reason. That.
What was you saying?
What we do know is that it's like this is a much bigger problem. This is a much. I mean, like for this to happen, and for everybody to be even responding.